Okay, I'm now streaming.
Hello.
Hello. Uh,
We don't have a camera.
oh, do we not? Oh, we do have a camera. It's just fussy.
Hello. Welcome to our podcast.
Okay. So I need to adjust the camera.
I need to stop slouching.
Right, because it's mirrored and then I have to unmirror it. Okay. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Beep beep. So yeah, we were playing the Summit Library. I played it for literally 5 minutes because I was trying to play every Steam game for 5 minutes, and this one looked fun.
Mm.
And then actually, I'm gonna move the camera this way, I guess, so it'll. There you go. Oh, that's like okay. I don't want you to have to like permanently lean over, but
I'm comfy.
okay. And then let's move this there so you can actually see your neck. The viewers like your neck.
Yours like my neck.
I'm making this up.
The vampires.
Yeah, our viewers are all vampires slash paws.
Slash pause.
Anyway, the Summit Library, which is what we have gathered here to play, and by gathered here I mean I was like, I'm gonna stream the thing, and Maeve was like, well, I have the day off, and I was like, do you want to stream with me? And she was like, yeah, sure. And so anyway, that was a very boring story, but
I have the time off work today. Baby! A mighty empire and a remote library. Pretty, whose mysteries we must uncover. But you're not alone. Oh, pretty. They're playing a game trailer before the game.
yeah,
I appreciate that.
this is very normal for visual novels actually, especially Japanese ones.
Hmm.
I'm sure she's fine. They're fine.
Uh,
Keeper 2.
the Summit Library!
Yeah, this logo looks way better when you can read it. Okay, so settings. See if I can get full screen to work. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Can I click on this candle? Does that do anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, so let's start the new game.
Oh, fuck. We have to choose pronouns?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you have a better idea?
Nope. She, her, I guess.
Okay, blue hair and pronouns. Scars.
Ooh.
Let's go with light or medium. I don't know.
Let's go
Short king. Short
medium.
queen.
Short queen.
Short queen. Okay. Golden, red, long.
Oh,
Right.
come on. We literally have blue hair. Okay, there's not a blue hair option.
There's silver.
Sure. Oh, wait, we got long hair? Okay.
Okay. Wait, why are we
What?
skipping?
Wait, what'd you do? What'd you do?
I don't know. Why are we? I think I might have been holding some.
Oh, because one of the chords,
Oh,
I think.
load.
New save file. Sorry.
Uh, okay, start. Okay, we gotta
Okay.
check. We got a second chance. If you type, it won't work, Maeve.
It won't. What? What do you mean it won't work?
I mean, my keyboard layout is anathema to you.
Ugh.
What do you want me to type?
It's blue hair again.
Okay, blue hair. Blue hair, she, her. Short, medium, scars, blue eyes, golden eyes, golden eyes.
Golden eyes, silver hair.
Golden eyes, silver hair, long length. Long hair length?
Medium.
Medium, okay.
Because I've got short hair, you've got long hair. Let's split the
We're
difference.
averaging it out? Okay.
You'll be able to build relationships with different people you meet.
I gotta scooch over more. And you
Okay.
gotta scooch over more. There we go. So that you're like naturally in the camera. Our viewers want to see your beautiful face and your beautiful neck. Mostly your neck. I really need your neck. I don't know why I'm slandering our viewers or like even why. Like, I don't even think we have viewers right now, but I'm slandering them. They're really into neck. Anyway, here, I'm giving you the mouse. Because in our promo art, you're holding a croissant, and what is a mouse if not a croissant?
Okay, I'm changing this real quick.
Okay. You can't see it, but Maeve is adjusting the monitor.
In such a way that the camera can capture both of us naturally, at least half our face each.
Half of we're sharing a face. We're
Sharing a face.
Because my headphone cord is really short.
Okay.
Yep.
Chapter 1. The mountain rises so it may touch the stars. All is quiet save... All is silent save for quiet footsteps on a deserted road. Faint clouds drift by across the deep dark sky. Stars glitter above you, guiding you in what you hope is the right direction. You're not that worried about getting lost, though. You glance behind you at your guide and his camel. Neither have failed you so far. We have a special guest in the form of Kitty.
Yeah. I don't think she's appeared on camera in any of my streams, but she's definitely made her presence known. Here we go. I think she wants to look out this window.
Maggie. Okay. Neither have been the most talkative company either, but you're glad for it.
What? Neither him or the camel?
Neither him nor the camel are very talkative. I mean, could you imagine how rude a talkative camel would be?
I like to think that talkative camels would be polite. You can't just like assume
No, if
this.
camels could talk, they'd be swearing all the fucking time.
Have you met a camel?
I've seen stories of camels.
Yeah,
They're pretty rude creatures.
I think you're just prejudiced against camels, Maeve.
No. They like spit constantly.
Yeah?
And trust me, camels are rude. Mostly. This is not an indictment on the species. It's okay. Some creatures are allowed to be rude.
Only some, huh? Like if a rabbit's rude, that's a problem?
No, that's fine. I mean, you could be any creature can be as rude or polite as they so desire. I mean, how polite is Maggie?
Depends on how hungry she is.
Anyway, neither have been the most talkative company either, but you're glad for it. It's giving you time to organize your thoughts about what lies ahead of you. The guide, Cameron. Fuck, it's named after my dad.
No, it's not. It's spelled different.
It's spelled different. The guide, Cameron, looks up from the map he's been consulting. Fuck, Cameron's hot. This is weird.
It's not quite my type.
Not quite your type?
Not quite my type.
Yes, Keeper-san? Again, with the honorifics.
Are you going to read the whole thing?
I don't know. I didn't even give him a voice.
Okay.
You can just call me by my name, Cameron.
No, that's you. You're talking. It's blue hair.
Oh. You can just call me by my name, Cameron.
I'm just looking at Cameron. Yes, Ersem.
You suspect the next time he addresses you, he'll use your official term of occupation again, but alright. It won't be long until you've left this barren vastness of heat and sand behind you.
She's blinking at us.
You've been traveling mostly by night to escape the unforgiving sun, and though the night sky has been a magical sight, you're relieved that your journey is coming to an end. I want some sunlight, damn it. You feel a thrill of both excitement and apprehension at your awaiting post. It's an honor, of course, to have been called upon.
British person spotted.
British person spotted?
British person spotted.
It's an honor, of course. Oh, fuck.
Oops.
You've wanted to visit for many years, but your studies and work will always bound you to other places. In these past few months, people will avoid traveling if they can help it. You can only hope for blah blah blah. You can only hope that whatever news you've heard of the escalating conflicts is sensational exaggeration. It's usually not.
And if it isn't,
It's usually not. If anything, they usually downplay it.
at the very least, you'll be safe. The summit is situated on neutral ground, founded long ago on the premise that knowledge should be unbiased.
This is not a PvP zone.
Is your cat meowing at us? No.
No, that's the sound design.
That's the sound
I thought
design.
that too earlier. That's why I was saying Maggie.
Actually, I'm gonna turn the desktop audio up a little bit. Because I'm currently at. Yeah,
It's pretty quiet.
I'm just like not adjust it because it's so quiet. Yeah.
Okay.
A smile tug.
Wait, is there that much audio going on? Look at that.
Look at our voices. Look. See, it's actually not.
Okay.
Because it's based by decibel, so like, this is minus 60 decibels, which is very very close to inaudible.
Okay.
Right around minus 30s where you start to get something.
That you can hear.
Yeah.
Alright.
See it right. Our voices are, like that's kind of the cutoff. I don't know.
Alright.
I'm not a sound expert. I just.
I mean, you're a bit. You know more about sound than I do, and I literally took a sound design course. So,
SCAD moment.
SCAD moment. Anyway, a smile tugs at your lips as you recall your impressed wonder at the beginning of their training. You marveled at the idea that knowledge is for everyone, and that truth does not bend for those wielding crowns, gold, or a hard fist. Of course, you quickly discovered that things are rather different in practice. Libraries need funds and authoritative support. The Accords do what they can, but it's not easy. You've worked for many smaller institutions these past years, and the backing of the Ewan Empire can make or break a library's future.
Notice that library is capitalized. You can just press the spacebar, Maeve.
The creeping light that announces daybreak makes you put aside your musings. Cameron, what do you think? Should we make camp?
No, wait, no. I want to be blue hair.
But we just recently established
Wait, am I?
you're Cameron.
I'm Cameron. Okay, right. No, never mind. You're blue hair.
Also, I'm pronouncing it Cameron because that's how
Sure.
it's spelled, and also
Okay, right. You're blue hair.
feels
I'm
weird
Cameron.
to call him Cameron because that's my dad.
Okay. If you prefer it, Keeper Sim, we should also continue. In another 2 hours, we'll have arrived at the Torn Mountains.
Ooh, Torn Mountains.
Just press the fucking spacebar, please. Thank you.
You consider for a moment. You're tired, but let's keep going. The promise of no more coarse, annoying sand that gets everywhere is too tempting.
Someone's watched Star Wars.
I
As
think
you,
someone's maybe just gone to a desert.
as you wish, Keeper Sim. Wait, no, we're taking a detour.
I'm taking a detour. They can't see our detour.
Yes, they can.
Star Wars Sandbeam?
Don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. And that, which is very similar to that line we just saw.
Okay. You blame Darien-san, for the excessive honorifics. They probably made you out to be a much bigger deal than you really are to be worthy of such respectful titles. Ah, but that way I know you'll try and live up to my expectations, right? They'd say. You can almost hear their voice in your mind. Makes your chest ache a little for leaving your colleague and friend behind for an indeterminate amount of time. You'll miss having tea and playing set point with them. Cameron signals for you to take off the warmer clothes that are worn during the cold desert nights in preparation of facing the sun once more, and you swap your woolen cloaks for your day linen and silks.
Just like in Breath of the Wild.
After drinking some water and resting for a minute, you push on.
Pretty!
The stars slowly fade into the sun's first rays, and you fasten your wide-brimmed hat securely on your head. You're more likely to get a deeper tan than sunburns, but that doesn't mean you're immune. The temperature steadily rises, and briefly you wonder if you should regret your decision not to stop for the night. Sweat drips down your brow, in your neck, and uncomfortably slides along your skin.
Big mood.
Your long robes are the lightest you could find, yet after another hour or so, you wish you could rip them off and wear nothing ever again.
Big mood.
They're necessary protection against the heat, however, and so you endure. Slowly, bit by bit, the terrain changes.
I wanted to scroll. Aw.
The ground fades into a darker color, and small patches of vegetation pop up more and more. The odd tree grows along the road, surrounded by hardy desert flowers. And then, finally...
We're here, Keeperson.
Indeed you are, thick stars and sky. You resist the temptation to melt into the unpaved road. Cameron speaks to the guard at the mountain post in rapid-fire dialect. You hear your name sprinkled in, as well as the mention of the summit, but the rest is too fast for you to follow. You speak a little Aton, the language of the desert people, but it's not the strongest of your fusional languages.
What's a fusional language? I'm gonna... Synthetic language with agglutinative and single inflectional morphemes. Okay. Doesn't understand any of that.
Although, perhaps, who knows? Maybe you'll find the time to brush up on it during your stay at the summit.
Why is OBS not...
What do you mean?
No, it didn't get that line for some reason.
No, it did.
Okay. Anyway.
Cameron steps away from the guard and nods to you, indicating that all is cleared and you're free to traverse the path leading further into the mountains to your final destination. You're curious as to what you'll find. There is no equal to the elaborate magical systems woven into the Summit Library. It also means that, thank the stars, you won't have to climb all the damned way up.
We're living in the future. They've invented the elevator.
On an outcropping just a little ways ahead sits a contraption run by a steady stream of magic which will take you to the summit. Ooh, sound effects. You place a hand on the stone to activate it, and a few cymbals strings greet you by lighting up briefly.
Okay. Sour time.
What?
Warheads.
I don't want any.
It's sour.
You sigh at the hum of magic at your fingertips. It's been too long. You've missed this feeling. This steady, slow power? You frown and lean closer, squinting at the engravings carved into the stone. That's not right. What's this fuzziness?
Keeper Sem. The guard told me to be careful. Magic has been strange of late. The stone stairs are old, but I know the way. If this doesn't work... I have, many years ago.
He doesn't elaborate. You don't feel very encouraged by it. Let me try for a moment. You close your eyes and concentrate on the flow of magic. And after a minute or so, there. You can feel fuzzy, vague blobs of what? You've not seen this kind of disturbance before. Somehow this root flow has become obstructed. Nothing you can't handle. You take a step back, holding a hand forward. Cameron eyes you anxiously, taking a couple steps back as well. You direct the magic with slow hand movements. Symbols glow along your arms, settling into a sequence. Are we about to have a minigame?
I hope not.
Really, all you're doing is just gently tugging until the stream travels a little more smoothly. A little nudge here, a bit of a pull there. The magic settles. A satisfied smile spreads across your lips. There we go. Much better. Easy. You didn't even need to go... Easy. You didn't even need to get out your tools for this. Should be good to go. I promise it's safe! Cameron's face is full of apprehension, but he doesn't say anything. It takes some convincing for the camel to follow you. She's nervous and doesn't like the small, dimly lit space one bit.
Just like cats and cat carriers. Come, Njara, come.
Njara?
Njara, I don't know.
Alright, whatever. Cameron makes soothing, encouraging noises, and slowly the camel steps inside.
Usually an apostrophe indicates a glottal stop, so Njara.
Njara.
Yeah.
Okay. Once you're set, you activate the panel in front of you. With a slight shake, the contraption starts to move. A dim light flickers into existence on the right wall, but aside from that, you travel in darkness.
Ersem, you sure we won't get stuck here?
His eyes flicker over the symbols on the panel. Okay, I wouldn't mind getting stuck in the dark with you. It's super flirty. But trust me as I have trusted you is probably the better thing to say.
I don't know.
You've taken good care of me during our trip, and so I will do the same. Don't worry, if we get stuck, I can make things move again. It'll be exhausting, but if push comes to shove, you have ways to push the three of you up with your own core energy. Cameron nods, looking a little calmer.
Alright. I trust you, Ersem.
You travel the rest of the way out in silence. When the passage entry reaches its endpoint, the doors open once more, and... you're standing in front of a weathered arch that stood the test of time, cracked though it may be. Before you rise the torn mountains, stark, jagged, and forbidding. You swallow. You feel small and naked in this awing landscape. A sudden rush of gratitude for Cameron's presence fills you as you look into the surface of something so old.
Ersem?
Right, yes. You step forward to the archway, raising your hands in greeting. Immediately, you feel the pull, the spark. The archway is a door, and it needs only a well-fitted key to show you what you're looking for. The chilly, high mountain winds caress your cheek and play with your hair as you follow the written instructions to request passage. The symbols you draw in the air glow up and vanish as the wind snatches them away.
Cool.
There is a split second of panic when nothing happens. You hold your breath without knowing it. Did you make a mistake? Did they send you a wrong sequence? And then the archway opens for you. The sequences flash, the air changes, and before you emerges, as though hewn from the mountains, Summit. That's cool! That's cool! You exhale.
This is where we part ways, Ersem. I wish you well.
Thank you, Cameron. I'm glad I had such a knowledgeable guide with me. Cameron nods and unstraps your belongings from his camel. It's a little heavy to carry by yourself, but you'll manage the short distance to Summit stores.
Oh my gosh, we're so weak.
Is there a way to contact you again should I have need of your service in the future?
I wander in the desert, as my people do. But if you send a letter to one of the Aten outposts, it will find me.
Alright. Hope we meet again. The hint of a smile tugs at Cameron's lips as he indicates his head before turning around,
Babe.
leading his camel. What? As he inclines his head before turning around, leading his camel with him. Aw, he's a little cute smile.
Indicates her head. Wait, actually, maybe I have to show you a magic card.
Oh no. Yo!
And this is the... No, I want indicate, not vindicate. Okay, yeah. Here's a version of it. Indicate. Or here's what here's what I'm looking for. It's just you. And they just like printed that. Indicate dark permanent. This is...
Okay, bring us back to the game. As for you, you make your way to the summit's large doors. They soundlessly open for you when you approach. You step inside and softly breathe out. Oh.
Oh.
Oh! Cute!
I want this one.
I want this one.
Wait, okay. So you want this one. I want this one.
This one's also cute. Look at it.
She's...
Everyone here is great, and I also love the set design. I love the set design.
Oh, I like the
the
tattoo right here.
What?
Fuck, it is like the Smithsonian.
It's a Smithsonian. It's magnificent and big. The walls arch into a domed ceiling partly made of glass, through which light spills into all of the entrance hall.
I read that as doomed ceiling for some reason.
Doomed! Beautifully carved pillars rise up from the dome. The walls are engraved with miniature scenes from ancient tales. This music's banging.
Beautifully carved, huh?
They don't even reach the ceiling all the way.
No, they're decorative.
No, it says to support the dome. Whatever, I still like it.
Wait, is that a Marcel?
Marcel! aren't pointy. You, Marcel. The painted tiles on the floor mirror the complex pattern that you vaguely recognize as the board of one of the games Darrensen likes to play. The air feels different, much warmer than the cold mountain winds outside. You're guessing there's some very refined climate control spells working on this.
They really are living the future. They've got AC and elevators.
Yes, the very refined climate control spell of a thermostat.
Well, the thermostat just measures temperature. It's-
No, like, what's the name for, like, the little...
No, that is. It's just. I guess it measures and like also connects to other things. I guess it's sort of a.
I'm thinking specifically of, like, a Nest thermostat.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you entered the ranks of the Keepers, but for a moment you feel just as small and as insignificant as you did that day. Oh yes, there's music now. So we should... Actually, let's just turn that down a bit more.
Not that much.
Not that much?
No, I usually keep it around 13. Yeah, that's fine. That's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
Actually, no, maybe a little. Yeah.
A little lower, because we want people to hear us. Okay. It's been a long time since you've entered the ranks of the Keepers, but for a moment you feel just as small and insignificant as you did back then. You're so caught up in the beauty of the summit, you almost walk straight in. A sharp voice cuts through your thoughts.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Over here, please.
I want to voice this guy. He looks like
I called
Payne.
it.
You called it?
I called it.
Okay, but I have a very specific idea of a voice in mind for this guy.
Anyway, just read your narration.
Excuse me!
No.
No, okay.
No.
He looks like Tang from Lego Monkey Kid.
Those two. Okay, so for our viewers who do not know what Lego Monkey Kid is, it's Journey to the West, but told with Legos.
No, it's a sequel to Journey
Okay,
to the West.
It's a
That's
sequel
the
to
one.
Journey to the West, told with Legos. That doesn't understand what an establishing shot is.
It does so understand what an establishing shot is.
Or
It has establishing shots.
they're
It has
constantly
some incredible
moving.
set design.
It's not like here's the place. It's here's the place, and we're gonna go on a journey on this really fast-moving bus.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't slow down at all. It's very difficult for you to watch.
It's very difficult for you to watch.
I know. I just told you that.
Okay. Speaker. A young man seated behind a table piled with paperwork at the entrance. He's scowling and has dark circles under his eyes. Right, sorry. I have my identification and entrance warrant right here. You hand him the papers that confirm who you are and why you're here. The man scans it quickly. With his fine features and slender hands, you imagine he'd be rather attractive if not for his displeased frown. He scribbles down the details of your arrival and hands the documents back to you. He didn't think it was possible, but his scowl has deepened even further.
So you're the keeper they sent.
Okay, you're right. You get the voice. Is that a problem? The man's scowl merely deepens. Yeah, you don't think you're going to win this daring battle.
Hmm.
Could you, tell me where to go? The man sighs, then taps an angular device on his left and places a gold-plated desk against it. You've seen something like this before in larger libraries. A communication instrument, most likely. The ones you've worked with were rather limited in their reach and capabilities, however. The symbols on this one look a lot more complex. You're itching to get a closer look at it.
Someone will come for you. So please leave this desk and make room for the other visitors.
Ah. You quickly step aside, but as you glance behind you, no one's there. He just wanted me to get the hell out.
Yeah.
When you look back at the man, he's already turned away from you, poring over his book. Well, fine, jerk. You don't know why he's being so rude. This library is big enough for the two of you. With some luck, you never have to cross paths again.
You do this one.
Ersa? Oh, different. You startle at the sound of your name. A woman with a mass of thick, curly hair and warm brown skin stands in front of you. She's wearing what you're starting to recognize as a variation of the librarian's robes.
Wait, actually, why not?
What?
Dang it. There's not an option to, like, make the text go down. I will look at her outfit more.
She's close to your own height. It's nice to not have to look up to whoever you're speaking for a change.
Oh, right, because
we're short!
chose to be short. This is a good game. A video game where you could choose to be short.
Even though we're both tall as hell in real.
You're normal height. I'm above normal height.
I'm 5'8". That's taller than you'd think.
No, it's not. I think that.
I've ran into quite a few people in my life who are like, "Wow, you're a fucking giant," and I'm like, my response recently has been, "You should see my girlfriend," and they're like, "How tall is your girlfriend?" And I'm like,
7'4".
6'2", 6'3" maybe.
Yeah.
They're like, "What the fuck?"
Anyway, I love that, like, we got to choose if we were short or not. We chose to be short.
And that's relevant!
That's good game design.
I was notified you'd arrive. The summit opens its paths for the traveler. She feels older than the voice I'm giving her, but whatever.
She's also an elf, so who fucking knows?
Who fucking knows? The traveler enters the doors to its knowledge. She holds out a hand with a smile, and you shake once. Her shoulders relax. It's impossible not to in front of her warm expression. I'm gonna give her a different name. a different voice, not a different name. I'm Berit, one of the higher librarians.
I like the voice you had previously. Don't do this one.
Okay. I'm Berit, one of the higher librarians.
This kid... She's got a warm, bassy voice.
I'm Berit, one of the higher librarians.
A little less breathy.
I'm Berit, one of the higher librarians.
Warmer, nicer. Our character visibly relaxed around here. She's like...
I am Berit, one of the higher librarians.
Good enough.
I'm Blue H. I'm blue hair, but I see you're already aware. I'm blue hair and I've got pronouns. Forgot we named ourselves that. Naturally, we've all been looking forward to your arrival here.
Why just go back to the original voice, Maeve?
I don't remember what it was! It was too close to the voice I'm using for Blue H. All of you, huh? You kind of want to look back at the snarky librarian at the entrance. Resist it. Resist the temptation. Shake it off. Who knows? Maybe he's having a bad day. You just got here, so you have to assume the best, right? I'm honored to be here, truly. The honor is ours. Let's get you to Akutai-sem, shall we?
Akutai.
The honor is ours. Let's get you to Akutai-sem, shall we?
I don't know exactly what language this is supposed to be like, but just read every syllable in a row and don't apply English like E modifies the sound before it rules. Because that's how a lot of languages work.
Berit signals for a couple of librarians to take your luggage. You didn't take much with you, just basic travel gear and necessities, and a set of primary tools. Hey, she packs like you.
Yes, I pack very light.
She packs very light, I pack very heavy. We balance each other out.
To an extent.
To an extent. You're not quite sure what's going to be expected of you, but if you need larger equipment at any point, the summit will probably be able to provide it. Or you can contact Darensem to send you some things. Burrit leads you across the large circular entrance hall towards several magically powered passage entries. Burrit gestures for you to enter, and she follows you inside. She takes the round golden disc in her belt and presses it against the matching engravings on the wall. As she does so, a series of symbols lights up.
They've also invented the key card.
You've also invented the key card. Let's go. I'm stealing some of your fruit juice.
Okay. You've been talking a lot more than I have.
Yeah.
There's a lot of narration in this one.
Maybe I should let you take more of the voices. You recognize them as a sequence for moving, push, and pull. The passage entry starts gliding upwards with a soft hum.
I was watching the Game Grumps play Tears of the Kingdom, and one of them was just like, one of them was doing Zelda, and the other one's like, yeah, I'll do Link's voice.
I love the headcanon that Link uses sign language. It's much like the one that took you up to the summit, but this one is beautifully adorned from the inside. The night sky with its moons and stars has been painted across the walls, and you look at it and wonder.
Ooh, moon's plural. We're not in Kansas anymore.
And yet, just like with the passage entry at the foot of the Torn Mountains, there's this weird, fuzzy feeling. You arrive several floors up without a hitch, but the magic feels sluggish somehow. Phew, glad it worked this time. Otherwise, we'd still be going at it on the staircase. Says. My voice for her keeps changing.
Yeah, no.
Phew, glad it worked this time. Otherwise, we'd still be going at it on the staircases.
There we go. That's about right.
I did think I felt something off about it. Felt it, did you? Good. That means you're not an imposter. You laugh. Britt's soft, round features and her warm smile shake the last nerves you had after your arrival away. Testing me so soon? I see I have to keep my guard up around here. That's what I like to hear. Well,
Sour time.
Britt walks you to a dark wooden door with a gilded ancient script above it. Britt knocks, and you try to decipher the text quickly. Let light shine on. A voice from behind the door calls out, "You're taking this one."
Come in.
That's a really cute voice. The door opens and Britt and you step inside a circular chamber. The sunlight illuminates the space from a large round window with a stunning view of the mountainside. The room is furnished modestly, and it's very neat. You don't spot a single book or scroll lying askew.
You really like this design?
I look at her and my immediate thought is the director from The Adventure Zone.
Hasn't watched The Adventure Zone.
Well, it's a podcast.
Hasn't listened to The Adventure Zone.
There's also a comic book associated with it.
Hasn't read The Adventure Zone. Actually, I think I did read like half of the first volume.
Yeah, because I took it from the library. Anyway. You've been brought before an older woman whose strict, even gaze has you stiffen into a polite bow. Her long, flowing robes accentuate her grace and poise with every movement.
Welcome.
I love that you gave her the squeakiest voice possible. The woman offers a polite smile that does not reach her eyes. She carries herself with the kind of refined authority that leaves no doubt in your mind. This has to be Zenith's son. She confirms your suspicions.
It is good to see you. I am Akutai Zedith, the Summit's head librarian. I am the one who requested your aid.
At your service, Zeta-san. How may I help you? Oh, right, fuck. Can you take over narration for a little bit? My voice is tired.
Akutai has risen from her seat to greet you, grabbing hold of a cane that was resting against her desk. It's a simple instrument, made of dark, polished wood with an engraved silver knob. I'll cut to the chase. Our library is dealing with an unusual problem. As a keeper, I'm sure you're aware of the importance of magical systems within the library.
You nod. Magic is essential to libraries in many ways. So much so that it requires a specific profession, which requires a specific skill set, which requires a specific education. And here you are. I'm an electrician. What's the problem?
Yeah, we are just an electrician, huh?
We're the electrician.
Akutai taps her cane on the floor. Something is wrong with the magic. And in turn, our books have become warped. Some refuse to open, some are illegible, some are suddenly blank. It started to affect other things as well. The passage entries refuse to operate, lights flicker or will not dim. We've been plagued by dysregulated heating and cooling systems. Akutai gives you a wry smile. It is an understatement to say that our kitchens have been struggling.
That sounds troubling indeed. Do you know of anything that could have set this off?
We haven't been able to recover anything so far. It happens slowly over time, though it escalates still. Our own keeper worked day and night to restore the imbalances, but she fell ill. Despite being in perfectly good health, she was suddenly overcome with core sickness.
Wow, you didn't think that even existed anymore. The last case you'd heard of was way before your time. A depleted core. You feel an uneasy weight settle in your stomach.
I'm worried, Keeper Air. This disturbance is unlike anything I've seen before. This disturbance is unlike anything I've ever seen before. You're not the first keeper that has come here either. Akutai frowns, a shadow passing over her face. Those who came before gave up or fell ill like our own Amarisha.
Wait, what? Why is this the first time you've heard of multiple people falling ill because of depleted cores? Isn't that supposed to be a thing from the past before stricter regulations were passed to ensure keepers' safety? I'm complaining to the HSA. There's workplace safety violations going on here, and I don't like it. I would not have taken this job if I
The Electricians Union will hear about this.
I had no idea this was happening. Do you have a good health insurance policy? What about dental?
They will magically fix your teeth. They will take their magical gun. Forgive me, Keeper Air. It was not my intention to lure you here under false pretenses. We cannot ward... Oh. Whatever. Forgive me, Keeper Air. It was not my intention to lure you here under false premises. We cannot risk word getting out about the instability of the summit.
Why the fuck not?
It is not an understatement to say that we are currently at our most vulnerable we've ever been. I feared that those with ill purpose would take advantage of that.
Take advantage? What do you mean?
Only that I wish to be careful.
I think we need water. She does not elaborate any further. Vulnerable? To who?
Okay, go get some water.
I'm getting some water. Keep the audience entertained.
No. You're stuck here with me, audience. I'm just gonna drink this coffee and not say anything. Wait, actually, can I get the coffee.
This is the pitcher of fruit juice that we had. I just added more water.
No, Maeve, careful. Don't pour water over my desk. Yeah, thank you.
That's a good one. That was a very good point. Oh no, there's a dead little bee here.
What?
There's a dead little bee here on our windowsill.
Dead little what?
Dead little bee.
Oh,
Poor little bee.
poor little bee. How did he even get in here?
I have no idea. Must have gotten in here a while ago. Where are you taking her? She does not elaborate any further. Vulnerable? To who? You know that Eowyn's throne, Hanyam, second of his name, isn't the biggest advocate of the libraries and their knowledge, but you push the 100 or so questions you have to the side for now. I understand Zeta's son, though I wish you had briefed me earlier so that I may have prepared myself more accordingly for the task.
I have faith that you are capable. Of course, the summit will provide anything that can be of help. Of course, the summit will provide anything it can to be of help. But you came highly recommended, Keeper Air. Highly recommended by who?
Our fucking roommate, probably. The guy that we keep talking about. I forget his name. Starts with a D. Darren is an old... Okay.
Darren is an old friend of mine, and it appears they're very fond of you.
You fluster a little at the unexpected praise. You weren't aware Darren-san was so close as such a powerful figure in the network of libraries. You'll have to write them about it later.
You are under no obligations. I only ask that you take a look at our problem. I assure you that I do not wish any harm to befall you, and that all the librarians in the summit will aid you in whatever way we can.
She lowers her head in a respectful bow, and you quickly return it while repeating the first keeper bow. It is my honor, my duty, and my calling, Zeta-san. I am more than happy to assist you to the best of my abilities.
Good. I've assigned Barrett to be your overseer. She'll show you around the library. Please feel free to ask her for anything you might need during your stay.
Britt wordlessly inclines her head. Her warm smile has vanished. She looks tense and on edge. Understandable given these circumstances. Thank you, Zeta-san. I'll be sure to do that.
I hope you can find the answer to this madness, Keeper Air.
As do I. You bow again, bidding Akutai goodbye, and leave the room with Barrett.
I love their books. This is so cute.
Almost imperceptibly, you hear Barrett shakily exhale. Right, so Akutai-sem assigned me to you, but truth is, I'm incredibly busy. There are about 10 crises every day, and, Britt's eyes flickered to the golden disc at her belt. You need to run. Don't worry, though. I've assigned one of the lower librarians who fall under my care. Ace? A-A-S?
Yes.
Ias? That's better. Ias? Oh, fuck! It's this motherfucker! She turns and you follow her gaze to the right. There, brooding in a corner, holding a stack of books and wearing a positively venomous flower, is the rude young man from earlier! Ah.
I still don't understand why me.
This is your punishment, Ias. Do a good job and make me proud, won't you? Punishment? For what? I can't for being rude to you earlier. trying to tell him? Maybe he just tends to get in trouble often?
Barrett, Sam, I really don't have time to play babysit.
No, she's your responsibility, Noais. I'd do it, but I can't. Britt opens the passage entry across the hallway and sends you off with a smile. Before she disappears for review, she calls out. And be polite, Aius! Silence. So, hi again. Aius scoffs.
Let's just get this over with.
Hey, I'm as happy about this as you are. Why don't we... Aius has already turned away from you and has started to descend the stairs. Exasperated, you follow. Aius walks quickly along the stairs with a practiced ease. It doesn't take long until you're breathing hard just to keep up with him. Down the stairs? Bro, how out of shape are you? Just slide along the banister.
You have too much poise for that.
Fuck that. He curtly nods his head to the library areas as you pass them.
Literature, sciences, delivery, guest rooms, kitchen, the arts, librarian washrooms. Librarian rooms, washrooms.
God, imagine.
And so on.
Your irritation rises with every step you have to hurry after him, barely having a second to spare to take in the halls and chambers, let alone remember what they're for. Can't you walk a little slower? I'm short, damn it!
Wait, is that related to it? Could you walk faster if you're tall?
Probably.
I love that we got to choose to be short. As I said before, it's good game design.
Yeah. It's your fault you chose to be short. And off he goes. Your professional decorum and years of training are the only thing keeping you from flipping him the bird. Get this gal some wheelies. Some heelies.
For stairs?
Well, I'm assuming they're also going down hallways. If they're okay, for the stairs, I've told you my suggestion. Use the banister. Just slide down. If he's gonna be a bitch about it, be a bitch about it right back.
No, I wouldn't. We're librarians. Have you ever seen a librarian slide down a banister?
Librarians should slide down banisters.
But they don't. Because they're librarians.
Well, that seems like an unjust and unfair...
It's like asking a firefighter to knock quietly.
Personally, even if I was a librarian, even if I was a magical library electrician, like this person seems to be, I would... If someone was going that fucking fast and being a little bitch about it, I would be a little bitch right back, and I would go slide down the banister, and when he inevitably would say, please don't do that, I would say, please walk slower.
Well, you see, but he doesn't care about the library's rules or decorum, which is why he keeps getting in trouble and he's stuck with us.
Okay, fair. You sigh. Let's just get this over with. The sooner you're rid of him, the sooner you can go explore on your own. Such are your musings as you prepare to resign yourself to your fate until...
Keep up, will you? There's a lot of ground to cover.
Carry me, bitch.
Slow.
Little... What?
Nothing.
You stop in your tracks, forcing Aius to stop as well. Alright, what's your problem? Aius glowers at you.
I don't have a problem. I'm doing my job, and once I've done it, you can go do whatever it is that you do by yourself.
I don't know what you think I'll be doing here, but I'm here at Zeta Sem's request to help. Ayas doesn't answer. He just narrows his eyes at you. He's not even making an attempt to hide his disdain.
Wait, Maeve, I just realized
What?
the little diamond on his chest. The bigger one probably denotes a higher rank.
Ah, so the bigger the titty window.
Yup. But the person who's in charge didn't have one at all. So.
Maybe titty windows are a just for librarian helpers type thing.
I don't know.
Do I have a titty window? I wish I got to see the character design.
That would be nice. We get to smooch the Rufus boy in the library?
I really want to start a fight,
Maeve.
but Reason with him has a heart next to it.
Maeve, the cat is complaining at you that she can't sit in her favorite spot to put your iPad and other stuff there.
There, are you happy?
You can't see this at all, but there's a specific window the cat likes to sit on, and she now gets to sit on it. She's such a cutie.
I like that.
Yes. One of the cats of all time.
Reason with him, 'cause it's got a heart next to it. I don't know whatever it is about me that's offended you so much, but I strongly recommend you get over yourself. I love that it's the one next to the heart, but I still get to fucking sass him.
Yeah.
I'm here to do a job as well, not to put up with this kind of treatment.
If only you knew how to do your job, then we wouldn't be in this situation to begin with.
Bitch, it's my first day. Shut the fuck up.
Press button.
Are you accusing me of being the cause of unstable magic in your library?
I mean, all of you. You and your damn keepers with your stars damned magic and the blatant disregard. Oh, I'm reading this line wrong. I mean, all of you. You and your damn keepers with your stars damned magic and your blatant disregard for...
You interject swiftly, possibly saving him from saying some things he might regret later. Fortunately for you, I am my own individual person and not the collective representation of all keepers. Stop being racist. No, that's different, kind of.
Stop being jobist.
Stop being jobist, damn it.
I feel like being jobist is more one of the more valid is to be.
That's true. A moment passes between you, neither willing to back down. Just as you're about to say something, anything to break this uncomfortable silence, Ayas speaks up. Fuck! Fuck!
Is there's like a codex back? What? There's no way to go back. I think that's a forward.
But this is forward. Oh, this is skip.
That's... I don't want to... No.
But I want to know what the fuck he said! Okay.
Wait, actually, let's save just in case. Okay, and then load right here. And then skip.
Okay.
Okay. We've just passed the literature section. It spans the entire fourth floor. Below are the guest rooms and the lecture halls.
Oh wait, so this is a back button.
Is it? Okay.
Ayas starts to walk you through the library again, this time much slower. Whenever you ask him something about a section, his answers are as curt as before, but, oh, at least he's answering you.
And that's about it. You'll be staying here.
Ayas gestures to the door you're standing in front of on the guest wing.
Your key is on the desk. You can use the washrooms on the same floor after turning a left corner. Breakfast is an hour past sunrise.
You silently thank the skies the tour is over. You knew Summit was big, but not that it was this big. It's even bigger because I chose to be short. Your feet are aching after a whole day, or rather night, of travel, and you fear you might nod off at any moment you stand still for too long. Alright, in that case, I think I'm going to get some rest. If I have any questions or get lost, how should I...
Barrett Sem is working on getting you a librarian disc. On every floor there are maps. When you activate the disc on them, it'll give you more detailed directions. As for questions, ask any librarian, and they'll help. Then I'll be going.
Your shoulders slump in exhaustion as soon as Arias heads up again. Finally, get some sleep. You turn, stepping inside the small guest room you'll be residing in during your stay.
Okay. Actually, I want to briefly interrupt the stream to go get a snack or something.
Alright.
Here. You... Make weird noises at the stream for the next 5 or so minutes.
Alright. I'll scroll through Tumblr. Maybe I'll make some art.
Wait, no, I've got something for this.
Oh gosh.
Here. Commentate this video.
As much as I'd love to explain every single detail of how this circuit works and why it does...
I don't wanna.
Why not?
I don't wanna.
You don't wanna?
I don't wanna. Also, I don't know if this is fucking...
Oh, YouTubers watch each other's videos all the time, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. The reason I want you to commentate this is because you don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and I think it'd be funny.
Sure, fuck it. Why not?
Let's start you from the beginning. Okay.
A PWM controller that's not only based on transistors, but doesn't require any fancier components than transistors. Ever since I uploaded this video over 6 months ago, I wanted to simplify my PWM generator to make it run entirely
I like this
on
guy's
old-fashioned,
very
simple
bad editing
transistors
style.
instead of relying on some fancy exotic MOSFET generated clean
As a
square.
motion designer,
Well, now the mystery has
God,
been solved,
fuck.
although unfortunately not by me. I mean, I also solved it, but a relatively new channel called Breadboard Circuits by Steve Morrison did a much better job at it. So in
Yes.
this video, I want to show you my approach of it and then explain why Steve's way of doing it works so much better when compared on the oscilloscope. Plus, in the end, we'll take the best of both designs to create one hopefully perfect PWM controller you can use on your projects. To begin with, I'm simply going to assume you already watched my first video on the subject, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about or why this doesn't even look like a PWM controller, you might want to watch it first. Fuck. Or why this dropped. Oh, it's still working.
Forget what just happened. You just kept it in the video.
Watched my first video on the subject,
I
so
agree
if
with
you
your
have no
decision
idea
too,
what I'm even
because
talking
it's a
about or
good cut,
why this
good
doesn't
bit.
look like a PWM controller at all, you might want to watch that first for some context. The design I first came
I'm
up
not
with
gonna.
uses
I
a
like your
simple
hand-drawn
astable
thing,
multivibrator
so.
to generate a base frequency with a potentiometer here to allow us to change the duty cycle of either of these transistors, and then we simply have a MOSFET over here connected to the collector of the right transistor, taking the signal to switch our load, be it a motor or a lamp or whatever. Now, of course, the signal is inverted in the process, meaning the MOSFET only turns on when this transistor is off, incidentally pairing the load with the left transistor instead of the right one, but that doesn't actually matter because the multivibrator is equal on both sides anyway, so effectively it really only changes the direction you need to turn the potentiometer to increase the duty cycle. Now, as you can tell, this works perfectly fine, even for other purposes than making noise. However, as soon as you try to substitute the MOSFET for a transistor, problems start to arise. But why would I even want to swap the MOSFET for a transistor, I hear you ask? Well, for all those of you who don't know yet, I love building stuff out of trash, and decent-sized MOSFETs are just so much rarer in consumer electronics than transistors that it would just be the natural evolution of the circuit to swap them out. As much as I'd love to explain every single detail of how this circuit works and why it does what it does, it is way too complex to explain in a single video, aside from the fact that I myself still haven't quite managed to wrap my head around some of the root causes of the issue. So for now, we're just going to concentrate on the problem itself and how to solve it. And even before that, we need to make sure we're on the same page, which brings me to why this pulse width modulation just looks like a few blinking LEDs. Usually to look at things like PWM and stuff, we use an oscilloscope, but since this is an astable multivibrator, the oscillating frequency of which is determined by the value of these two capacitors, we can simply put in bigger value capacitors in order to slow it down far enough for us to see what's going on. And then if we just put an LED in line with each of these resistors and another one instead of the load over here, voila, this is what you see here. On this one, incidentally, I also swapped out the potentiometer for two fixed value resistors to get a nice, precise, predetermined duty cycle. Long story short, for now we don't need an oscilloscope to see what's going on, as basically the only thing we're after is to get the load to light up simultaneously with one of the other LEDs, but unfortunately getting it to do just that is more difficult than expected. The problems we get can be separated into two categories, number one being that the AMV does not like getting current pulled out of, so if we just put a transistor where the MOSFET once was, like so.
The pen is colored blue and yet writes in red.
This is what happens. The multivibrator gets completely thrown off balance, and what was supposed to be a neat 50% duty cycle is now obviously lopsided. You see, if I pull out this transistor, that's what the multivibrator does on its own, but as soon as I turn the output back on, the oscillation is screwed. That's because the current flowing through this resistor, and incidentally also through this LED, is primarily meant to charge this capacitor, but if we start draining part of it away into an external component, this capacitor obviously takes longer to charge than the other one, which in turn makes the left LED linger. But before I move on to problem number 2, I quickly need to ask you to give that subscribe button a little pat, because we're aiming for 22k subscribers in 2022, and as of right now,
here's a chihuahua.
It's still a very lofty goal. We are absolutely not on track to make it. So please, if you enjoy my content, consider subscribing and maybe leaving a little like. Anyway, back to the video. The oscillation becoming lopsided did not happen with the MOSFET because of problem number 2, which is that MOSFETs and transistors are two fundamentally different components. Whereas transistors need a constant supply of current to their base to stay switched on, MOSFETs only require a voltage to be present, and no current will flow into their gate, thus making the presence of the MOSFET irrelevant to the AMV. So in order to make it work for transistors, we basically need to reduce the current we tap off the AMV as much as possible by increasing the value of this resistor to something like 100k or so, as well as using several transistors in a Darlington configuration to get a high enough current gain to actually be able to drive the load. And did it work? Well, unfortunately not. The load stayed on all the time, pulsing a little bit, while the multivibrator oscillated mostly undisturbed. I honestly have no idea why it didn't work at the time, because just now when I recreated the circuit, it worked flawlessly for some reason, so I actually had to sabotage it in order to show you guys what it really did. But anyway, at the time it did not work, which kind of discouraged me, so I put the entire circuit out of my mind for the time being and moved on to other projects. Then, a few months ago, with the controller board for my DIY soldering station coming up, I finally gave another effort to solve this all-transistor PWM problem because I really needed it to incorporate into my soldering station controller. I figured the only other difference between MOSFETs and transistors relevant in this case would be the threshold voltage, with the MOSFET switching on at around 4 volts, as opposed to the transistor activating as early as 0.6 volts. So to emulate a higher threshold voltage for the transistor, I simply tried putting a Zener diode in series with a 100k resistor, and ta-da! It suddenly worked. As you can see, the load is in sync with the left LED without destabilizing the AMV. Now, at this point I was quite happy about the simple fix, I incorporated the design into my soldering station controller, and when I published the video, a subscriber suggested I could also use a resistive voltage divider to mimic the higher threshold voltage. I must admit, I was kind of skeptical at first, but I tried it, and sure enough, it works just as well. With these two solutions on hand, it was finally time to start thinking about doing the video you're watching right now. So I started SEO optimizing video title ideas.
Wait,
yes, my video
those were
titles are
different.
only as dumb as they are because including nonsensical words or numbers in the video title actually helps find the video through the search bar. Anyway, while I was researching good video titles, I stumbled across a video which hadn't been there the first time, doing exactly what I was about to do. Making a PWM controller using only transistors. As you can probably imagine, I was less than delighted. After all, here on YouTube, it's all about originality, and if somebody else had come up with a solution to the problem first, well, my video would be kind of pointless, wouldn't it? So, slightly annoyed and marginally interested in how he had solved the issue, I gave Steve's video a little watch. Turned out his design was pretty similar to mine after all, except he inverted the signal before use, synchronizing the load with the right LED, which, like I said before, is technically unnecessary, but nonetheless he got away without a Zener diode or similar rubbish. At first I thought maybe I could move on as planned and just ignore Steve's video. After all, it didn't have very many views and certainly wouldn't have posed a threat to mine, especially since mine would likely get more views right off the bat. But then I realized that would just be downright stupid. Maybe Steve's design was better after all, in which case I would literally be spreading misinformation. And I honestly don't want to descend to lifehack hell. So digging a little deeper, it turned out Steve had another video on his channel where he covered how to design the circuit, which, by the way, hats off. Nowadays there ain't many people explaining stuff in detail anymore, but his explanations made sense and really got me doubting the brilliance of what I had come up with. You see, I'm not a pro in electronics. I started out just over 10 years ago and haven't really gotten past analog circuitry yet. But nonetheless, I cracked out the oscilloscope, or rather, just an Arduino with a little sketch to plot some voltages.
I was gone for like 10 minutes, huh?
I started comparing my design to Steve's. Well, long story short, or actually end of the story altogether, Steve's design was definitely superior. Let me try to explain why. The thing is, an astable multivibrator, because it relies on charging and discharging capacitors to flip back and forth, doesn't generate a perfect square wave on its own, so if we were to draw the switching curve for one of these transistors, it looks something like this. At first, it turns on in a steep incline, almost but not quite vertical, then it stays on for a while until the capacitor discharges, at which point it plummets down again and trails off into kind of an exponential curve, where it remains for a while until the cycle repeats. This exponential bit down
It's kind of funny that we're just basically adding the Summit Library music to this video. It feels a little surreal.
here is because there's some residual voltage left in the capacitor, the transistor never really manages to shut off decisively. Now keep in mind this is just the transistor switching curve. I drew that first because the thing you'll see on the oscilloscope once you start probing this point will be a lot less intuitive. It's the voltage we can measure, our actual signal. It'll automatically be the exact negative of the transistor switching curve, kind of just because of the way the circuit is constructed.
Oh, you flipped it upside down. That's clever.
So here's my makeshift oscilloscope, basically just some code I did.
Okay, well, I got you Haribo gummy berry things.
Sure, that's very good, Jason.
I want to have one.
You want to have one? Well, then I want to have one of your bites.
I want
Maybe not one, but like maybe one bite.
Yeah, you can have that percentage.
Okay. Not immediately.
Hmm.
Where's headphones? Oh, you're wearing headphones.
Oh, I'm wearing the nice headphones, so. Sorry about that.
Because you've got the current port.
Mm-hmm.
You're closer to the place where your headphones plug in.
Mm-hmm. Some people just call it a computer.
Time for Haribo Very Loud.
I also got a lollipop, which I am dipping into my coffee.
I enjoy the Haribo Berry Club.
Okay. Well, there's your review.
Hang on, let's get back to game.
That's Discord.
You turn, stepping inside the small guest room you'll be residing in during your stay. Cute! The room is nicer than you expected. Though on the small side and simply furnished, you imagine you'll be very comfortable during your stay here. Is this a hot water maker?
I think it's just a water holder.
Okay, but this is a world of magic. It could be a hot water maker.
So, for those of you confused, what a hot water maker is, I've explained this before, but I think only in private. Maeve and I have an electric kettle. Unfortunately, neither of us are British enough to call it an electric kettle. So we call it a hot water maker, because it makes hot water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, and a little nibble.
Given how the people who made this game spell color, though, they'll probably just call it an electric kettle and be normal about it.
I'll probably just call it a fucking kettle. Not a few. Oh, no, okay. A beautifully painted wooden basin sits on top of a shelf, along with
Wait.
an oil lamp and candles.
Try that again.
A beautifully painted washing basin sits on top of a shelf, along with an oil lamp and candles. You also find some candles, ink, paper, and scribing tools. I said Campbell's, didn't I? Like the soup. Whatever. Your luggage has already been brought here and is waiting for you next to the desk in the far right corner. You're prepared to do any unpacking right now. No, it's not. It's
Scooch the
not there.
camera over a little bit.
I do not see. I mean, it should be right here. Wait, far right corner.
Tag yourself I'm the wall scroll.
There's no space next to the desk on the far right corner.
Look, the writing team and the art team were having a spat that day. It's okay. Give them a break.
It should be here. But it's described as though it would be here. Okay, whatever. To the left of the desk. Instead, you undress, leave your dirty, weathered clothes stained with sweat and sand in a heap on the floor, and collapse on the soft bedding.
Okay, that's reasonable.
I guess you don't feel like going to the washroom?
No.
Now your bed's gonna be standing for like weeks. My curtain helps to block most of the early afternoon light spilling in through the window, and it takes only minutes for you to drift off into a well-deserved slumber.
That was me yesterday. Granted, I didn't walk through the desert. I was just tired.
You worked a full-time job. I mean, not full-time.
I streamed for 2 hours.
Oh.
Okay, closer to 3 hours, but I guess I woke up tired that day.
Wake slowly, feeling more than a little hazy. It's completely dark, and you have to find the candle by touch. Once it's lit, there's a warm light on the rest of the room. Fucked up that they have AC but still use candles.
What do you mean?
They have AC, elevators, and still they're using a fire hazard as their source of light.
It's the vibes.
Okay.
Also, Magic's been a little fucky-wucky lately. Maybe they have lights and they're just not using them.
That's true. You have no idea what time it is, but you're hungry. So you put on some clean clothes, smooth down your silver hair, good writing team, and head off to find some food.
Hey, food.
You look out your window and the stars blink back at you. They're traveling at night in the desert for a while. It will probably take some time before you're used to being awake during the day again. This late at night, you don't see anyone in the corridors, but the lamps hanging from the walls are lit and guide you to one of the maps I just mentioned. You don't have the promised disc yet, but maybe it will give you a hint as to where the kitchens are.
This is not helpful.
The map gives you a fairly detailed view of what's on your current floor. You see the guest quarters you're staying in, as well as several study areas and a few rooms labeled for lectures. Anything else, however, is only assigned a floor number. The kitchens, for example, are noted to reside on the ground floor. You'll have to find them from there. You follow the path you remembered towards the central staircase. As you make your way down, you find the library is not as deserted as you thought.
Yeah, college students like to study at 4 in the morning. It's fine.
Yeah. You pass a couple of librarians, none of whom look surprised at the sight of you. They all give you a polite bow of the head as you pass them. When you finally made your way down all the stairs, you halt at the sight of a domed ceiling. Pretty, 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 pretty. If you thought it was beautiful before, it's absolutely mesmerizing now. The stars peek through, but along the glass planes, magically imbued writing glows with a blue light in the dark. It's an exquisite piece of work. You couldn't have done it better yourself. The names of the constellations subtly shift along with the position of the stars they're tied to. I love that. Oh my god. That's so
That is
cool.
pretty neat.
You frown in concentration as you try to feel out just how the magic has been set to follow its conditional paths.
Programmer spotted.
Okay, so we're a magic electrician program. There must be hundreds, if not thousands, of attributes to account for the different seasons, years, and weather conditions, not to mention the navigational. It's quite beautiful, isn't it?
You'd be surprised how long it took. John the Wizard did it one day and then died.
You're startled out of your staring, and you find Baritz looking at you with a knowing smile.
But yeah, like look, her diamond is bigger. Does that mean she's a higher ranking?
She's got a bigger titty window. It actually shows her titties.
Yeah, and it's like lower down too.
The sexier your outfit, the higher rank you are.
If only it worked that way in Star Trek.
No, in Star Trek you just choose what you want to wear, other than the color. The color is assigned based on job.
Maeve.
Yeah?
Imagine Captain Kirk wearing a Speedo and nothing else. And that's his professional attire, because he's the highest ranking.
No, okay, so you have to wear a shirt, right? Also, I say you have to wear a shirt, he ends up shirtless in most of
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just let the man wear nothing but a Speedo, because he's the most important cat in town.
He does get titty windows pretty often.
Yeah.
I'm specifically thinking of the most famous titty window he ever had, in Amok Time.
Doesn't know much about Star Trek.
Which was the episode where Spurk and Cock... I didn't mean to say it like that!
It's immortalized now, though.
Fuck! Where Spock and Kirk, had to go to his home planet because he was too horny. And then they had a good romp in the sand. Anyway. Yes, very much so. Whoever did this was a very talented keeper, one who excelled in both mathematics and engineered magic control.
It was Barrett, wasn't it?
Barrett's gaze drift upwards. It's either Barrett or Barrett's ex-husband.
Ex-wife, come on.
Okay. Ex-partner.
Partner.
Indeed, it's been around a long, long time, but it still shows us the sky is so accurate. She pauses for a moment, seemingly lost in thought. Oh, that's right, Barrett-san. AS told me you had a disc for me?
We need to catch our first Pokemon.
Barrett tears her eyes away from the dome, her serious expression shifting back into a smile. Call me Barrett, please. There's no need for formalities.
We can tell by your shirt.
Alright, then please call me Blue H.
But it's a second dot. Because you already had a dot, because it's like a middle name.
Alright, then please call me Blue. I'm gonna say Blue from now on.
Blue.
Blue. I will. And about the disc, you're in luck. I just picked it up from the Keeper's quarters. Here you are. She hands you a disc not dissimilar from the one she's carrying on her belt. It has a pleasant weight to it in your palm, and you rub your thumb over the edge of it. Hey, iPad.
No, it's like 3 inches wide.
iPhone.
And circular.
Okay.
It's inspired by a pocket watch.
Oh, I like that.
Have you not been paying attention this whole time? They've all had the...
I know. Thank you. I'm sure it'll come in useful. Come in useful?
British people.
They're very intuitive, but if you have trouble using them, any librarian will be able to assist you.
Just like in real life.
Just like in real life. Does the summit make these? No, we get them from elsewhere. Aside from our keeper, no one in the summit is proficient in practical magic.
That seems dumb.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're rare. That makes sense. Becoming a keeper is a long, arduous journey, and not many are able to complete it. You gotta get a PhD and everything. Which makes it all the stranger that you haven't heard about the core sickness Akutai-san mentioned. You'd think that that kind of news would have reached you by now if this happened some time ago. These won't grant you full access librarians have, but they should get you everywhere you need to be. I'm the magic keeper, bitch. I should have full access.
Well, we need to finish our TPS reports first.
Okay. If you ever need to be somewhere it doesn't let you go, just find me, or any other higher librarian.
Librarian.
Librarian. Yes, us librarians have a very important job, so. There's not as many of us as there used to be.
They all got stabbed right... I can't demonstrate it because of...
Right in the titty window.
Yeah, right in the titty window.
It's foreshadowing. This reminds me of...
It actually foreshadows my own demise.
This reminds me of that one fucking character in Ruby, who had the fucking dumbest outfit I'd ever seen, and the very first thing I thought when I saw her outfit was, that chick's gonna get shot straight through the heart. That armor is not covering her most vital of organs. That I'm calling it here now. And then a couple seasons, like a while passed, and I forgot about that, and then it happened, and I was like, motherfucker! I was right! It was foreshadowing!
I mean, she was carrying around death flags, so they were going out of style.
Okay. But I digress. Seeing you're up at this late hour, did you have trouble sleeping? Oh, hardly. The room you've given me is very comfortable, but I've become used to traveling at night. The desert, you see.
That's right.
The desert, you see. Ah, I see, of course. I'm guessing right about now it's breakfast time for you then. Your stomach squeezes painfully as if to confirm. You nod. I was looking for the kitchens, actually. But of course, come, I'll take you. Come. We're going to the kitchens now. I'll take you to the kitchens. Have some breakfast.
Kitchen breakfast.
Kiss your back. You follow Barit, your footsteps echoing along the smooth floor of the grand entrance. This is the same hallway!
No. It's a different hallway. They just look the same. You've been to a hotel?
Okay, that's true. What about you? Are you on today's night shift? If night shift means my daily hours, yes. I usually don't get to sleep much. Now that you're looking at her a little closer, you can see the tired lines around her eyes. I've been knowing that since, like, the beginning. I assumed she was, like, way older than me.
Well, she's an elf. Who knows? Who knows with elves?
Alright, sure. Okay. I don't know, she's got grandma vibes. She's got cool grandma vibes.
Yeah. She also could be like 20.
You know how it is with college students.
You know how it is.
And I hope... Oh wait, sorry, it's me. Then I hope you can catch some rest later. Barrett's mouth twitches, however briefly, before she puts on a smile again.
Eggs!
Eggs. Here we are. The kitchens aren't currently being tended to, but you'll always find a lower library here somewhere. I believe... Nemnon.
I think it's like demonic.
Nemnon.
Nemnon. Okay, sure. Currently taking a shift. Are we gonna flirt with the hot elf librarian? Yes. I think we should.
I wouldn't say this is flirting. I would say this is building a good professional, not professional, but like, I don't know, she seems grandmotherly. I want to ask her if she wants to have a snack.
She's gonna say no, but...
Oh, that's very kind of you to ask, but I'm afraid it'll have to be some other time. Duty calls. Then I'll hold you to that another time. Mnemna? Our guest is feeling hungry. Could you help her out? Pretty.
Oh, and she's the same small titty window as Isa.
Pretty.
So yeah,
Pretty.
this is a uniform thing. Also, wait, does her ruffles are also like less big.
She's pretty.
She's pretty.
From behind a kitchen counter, a gangly youth jumps up. His hair is messy, and he hastily wipes the sweet drool off of his mouth. I love him.
Big mood.
I love him. He is pretty. He is relatable.
He likes the color pink.
He likes the color pink.
Is that part of the uniform? I don't know.
I don't think that the other guy was wearing pink.
Yeah, we can check actually. No, he was wearing pink.
Oh, he was wearing pink. Okay.
Oh, they all have the related flowers. That's so cute.
Ooh. The paths. No, the summit opens its paths for the traveler.
Thank you, Nemnon. Nemon.
You don't have to do that, Nemnon. Just address them respectfully, alright? Got it, Brett-san.
Okay.
Enjoy your meal, Blue. I'm sure we'll see each other around the library again
No,
soon.
you should pronounce the H.
I did.
Blue.
Enjoy your meal, Blue. I'm sure we'll see each other around the library again soon. You incline your head, and Britt returns the gesture before heading off. So, welcome. The kitchens aren't active right now, but I'm not really supposed to mess with them without Nira here, but I can still make you something. You smile at his enthusiasm.
I want 300 eggs.
Why don't you show me what you have? Turns out, there's a lot. You're tempted to sit down and have a 3-course meal, but in an effort to get your body back on being awake and eating during the day, you'll restrain yourself. I'll just have some soup and flatbread.
Flatbread? Oh, like naan. Okay.
Yeah, like, what were you?
Like bread, but it's flat like Friday.
I love you so fucking much.
Bread, but it doesn't have a butt, you know?
Oh, we get to say we're vegetarian.
Okay, we can be vegetarian.
I mean, we're vegetarian in real. You got it. We got some moon geese eggs in today. Let me see. Nemon swiftly prepares a small platter of what you picked out, and you eat while sitting at one of the kitchen counters. Maybe it's because you feel ravenous, but it's delicious.
Let's go, Nimnon. Mm.
So have you come here to study? Are you a scholar? What kind? How long are you staying? I love this guy. He's so cool. Oh, no, I've been taken on as your library's keeper for the time being. I suppose I am a scholar of magic, but not like most of your visitors here.
Voiced anything in a while.
The water helps.
It's fine. Whatever.
Oh, I've heard a bit about you before you came here. Can I ask you some questions?
No.
You mean continue what you've been doing so far?
I'm gonna go get more coffee.
Sorry. Come on, ask me anything you like. So, where are you from? Can I look at my book?
I mean, I want to say Rotas Valley, but it makes sense for me to be from Enothem.
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, so our options for where we're from is Enon's Axis, Morintu, and Gohet. Gohet is the place of the mines. Mornu is fuck the cops. And Enothem is the Empire's capital. I think I like Enothem because then that's like a really long journey.
Okay.
And it also makes sense for us as like a really well known. Like if nothing else, we probably studied there.
Sure, okay.
Although Gohet would be fun.
I like the idea of like, we're just like in the middle of a conversation, we consult our book.
Like, so where are you from?
Let me just consult my notes here. Also, Maeve,
Yeah.
in universe, this is probably watercolored with India ink.
It'd have to be a very fine-tipped India ink pen.
Yeah, they have nibs.
No. Okay. I'm thinking because these are pretty uniform lines.
Yeah, that's why I think it's like a writing pen, like a with a nib pen.
But nib pens tend to give you like slightly more dynamic lines, like it's usually.
Yeah, but look at the scratching here, right?
Okay, yeah.
And you can see that it varies a little bit where the mountains are, but like these lines are pretty straight,
Okay.
almost like they were traced or something.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna say we're from the capital. Oh wait, Eon's Access? Where's that? Oh, okay, so are we from the place that's powerful and rich, to the place that's really...
I don't know. Does it matter?
Hmm,
I mean, it probably does.
probably not.
Yeah, let's go for Eon's Axis.
Yeah, it's a long journey and that makes sense for, like... Here we go.
I always wanted to go to Axis. I've heard people eat actual gold. Is that really true?
Yes, but not very much at a time.
Those in Axis certainly live well, but I've never experienced that kind of life. And I don't know about the gold, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Fun fact. There are restaurants that like serve edible gold, and typically in the bathrooms they'll have like a little gold trap, so they can just like reuse it later.
That's gross.
No, it's not.
I mean, it makes sense. But...
Gold is very expensive and also very non-reactive.
Funny.
Yeah. like a lot of the time mining like trash is more efficient than going out and hitting rocks with hammers, because like people throw cell phones out all the time, so there's gonna be a lot of lithium in there. So if you want lithium,
Dumpster dive in.
ideally you get it before they throw it out. But
I haven't stayed much in Axis though. I've traveled around a lot. Did you travel by yourself, or did your family take you?
my family died in a tragic newspaper accident. No. My favorite family died in a tragic blogging accident.
Darren Sem of the Ivory Accord introduced me to the library keepers, and after completing my studies, I've gone wherever the Accord sent me. Oh, that name sounds kind of familiar. Who are they again? Darren Sem is the Ivory Accord's envoy. They're a colleague of mine and a good friend.
Just let us fucking eat. I guess we already ate.
Checks my notes. Oh shit! 56, they, them, hell yeah.
We're kind of pretty.
Mm.
Oh, that's Darren. Where's us?
We don't get one.
Oh, I think he's the like side characters.
Hmm.
Iris, so pretty. I like that they all have their associated flower. Keeper Bluish.
I mean, they do mean a lot to us.
Yes, Darren is pretty important to us.
And they're very clever. I was curious. I feel like it's kind of boring if you go for the hearts all the time, but also this is true.
I like the idea that we're like a 56-year-old flirty elf.
Honestly, I don't know where I'd be today without them. They're the one who introduced me to the Accords. In any case, I respect them a lot. They've worked with the Accords for many years. You entertain them,
Nenmon.
For a
Nenmon.
while. His curiosity and enthusiasm are endearing, though he doesn't really seem to be the kind of studious type most likely to.
It feels like they're like lacking in library type people.
I feel like Namon is the kind of autistic.
I was just
Like the kind of person who goes on deep dives in Wikipedia and is like super fucking curious.
I was just gonna say that like Nemnon is sort of like the first person who showed up for the just keep an eye on things and help people with things. Like this is basically just like a desk watching job.
Once you've eaten your fill, you thank him for the food and his time and wander back to the Entertal.
Whereas Ias, I think, is actually talented and is just grumpy.
Yeah.
Like I think Ias has some skill that he's good at. It's just unclear what. It's so pretty.
I love it. You're not sure how long you have until the first daylight, so you should take the opportunity to look around while there's less people about. You press your newly acquired disc to a map. Let's see. There's plenty of places to go on the first floor. Where to?
I feel like this visual novel is going to take us a while. And tomorrow we're playing a completely different game, so.
Ooh.
The infirmary.
There's an infirmary. The librarian's quarters, the gardens, or the infirmary.
Not the infirmary.
You want the infirmary? I was thinking maybe the gardens, but I feel like the infirmary is more interesting. Never a bad idea to know where to go if you're hurt. That's right. Ooh! You enter the infirmary, but it's dark and no one's currently present. Or a man has fallen asleep at his desk on a bunch of notes. His glasses are pressed askew against his cheeks, which don't look comfortable in the slightest.
Leave him be.
I kind of want to gently take off his glasses because I feel like that'll turn into an interaction.
No, just let him fucking sleep.
He probably wouldn't appreciate a stranger touching him without him knowing. That's not fun. Instead, you look around the room. There are shelves with jars and bottles of salves, herbs, medical tools. A stack of books catches your attention, and you let your eyes trail over the spines. Herbology, medicine, the human body, and nursery rhymes? You take the book with a bemused smile. As you do, however, it clings slightly against one of the many glass jars on the table. The man stirs with a groan and slowly blinks open his eyes. You're taking this one.
Okay. Eh? Eh?
Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. You quickly put the book back on the pile.
It's all right. I really shouldn't fall asleep at my desk. You aren't hurt, are you? Do you need any help?
No, I'm fine. I've never been to the summit before. I'm just trying to get an idea of where everything is.
See. If you're ever lost, don't hesitate to ask any of the librarians for help.
Thank you, I will. If you don't mind me asking, are you the library's healer? The man smiles and adjusts his glasses.
My apologies. I haven't introduced myself properly. I'm Lucius, and I am indeed the library's healer. Come see me if you were ever sick or in pain.
Nice to meet you, Lucius-san. Lucius-san, I'm Blue. I am Blue H. Air.
No, Blue Air.
I'm Blue Air, the library's temporary keeper.
So you're the new keeper. I hope your stay is a fruitful one there, Sam.
Flirt? Nah, I don't want to flirt with him.
Looks like he fought a bear. Look at his arms.
Damn, you right.
Fuck.
Have you been working here for a long time, Lucius?
I have, yes.
Are you happy with your job? There is a beat where you feel like Lucius's gaze turns sharp. After a moment of studying your face, he looks away.
The Thorn Mountains are isolated but beautiful. Pay is good, and I get to study as much as I liked next to my job in the most prestigious collection of knowledge in all of the Empire. What more could I wish for?
Yet you don't sound very enthused.
You must have read my tone incorrectly then.
His smile remains gentle, but you sense it's not something he wishes to speak about with you at this time. You tuck it away, maybe for next time in the future.
Wait. I want to look at her book. Yeah!
That's a cute doodle. Cute doodle. About my stay here, could I ask you some questions about the magic issues here?
Ask away.
What have you noticed is strange or wrong with the systems, and when did that start?
Let's see, I suppose I noticed about a year ago? Though I heard from the librarians it started even earlier than that. And it wasn't much at first, just the occasional passage entry refusing to move, or some books I tried to borrow that would show me blank pages every other time I opened them.
What, magic can do that?
But those problems gradually became bigger, more persistent. It's been worrying for everyone. Take your leave.
I kind of want to see what happens when I flirt, but I also kind of don't.
And we can always save Scum.
We could save Scum. So, I bet you know all about what's going on here then.
I'm afraid I won't be of much help. I'm not trained in anything that has to do with your field of work.
All work and no play wears one down, no? I'm sure there's something a handsome man like you would have his uses for.
Oh my god. We're so bad at this. Okay, whatever. We take it. He takes it.
It takes a second and then Lucius's face flusters with realization.
You're most kind. Ursa, most kind. I must be getting on with my day now, though. You see, if you could He doesn't meet. Okay.
He doesn't meet your eye as he speaks to you. You resist teasing him more and incline your head. I leave you to your work then with Kisem. You leave the infirmary. Okay, you know what? I'm saving that for the fun.
Okay. Well, we don't just. Okay. Librarian's quarters.
If you're going to gather intel, it might be best to start with asking the people who have been dealing with favorite magic the most. And some might even have some promising leads. As you find your way into the librarian's quarters, a woman with silky black hair rounds the corner. You step towards her with a customary bow of the head. Good morning, librarian. I'm the new librarian's keeper. Could I ask you some questions? Her initial surprised expression melts into understanding, and she nods.
Go ahead. I can spare some time. No, wait. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can spare some time.
Thank you. What should I call you?
I'm Nira. I oversee the kitchens.
Pleased to meet you. Please call me Blue. I'm sure you know why I'm here. Something's wrong with the magic in the summit. What have you noticed? Nira frowns and folds her arms.
It's been a disaster. We're struggling as it is, and I can't tell how much food has gone to waste because the heating and cooling systems refuse to work.
When did this all start? Did you notice anything happening that could have triggered this?
Oh, hey, it's Imgar. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Imigar? Whatever. This is the person who was in my chat yesterday.
Oh, hello! If the game development yesterday went well in the end, did you make good progress?
Yeah. Basically, I started working on the moving platform that I wanted to do, and I couldn't get it to work. What happened was you land on it, and then it would just like break things. I have to read up more on how to do that because two moving objects interacting is more complicated than it sounds. But yeah, I would say it made pretty good progress.
When did all this start? Did you notice anything happening that could have triggered this?
Hard to say. It kind of crept up on us. The stove won't light, the lights flicker when you activate them. One of the cooling areas doesn't work anymore. And then suddenly you have nothing to feed. And then suddenly you have nothing to feed hundreds of hungry scholars. Same options as last time. Well, we're here to help, yeah.
Yeah, we're here to help. I mean, that's our fucking job,
Yeah.
so...
Basically, we're an electrician and their electricity's fucked, except instead of electricity, it's magic.
Managing the kitchens like that sure sounds tough. Is there anything I can do to help?
Of course, to fix this job so I can do my job. Of course, fix this mess so I can do my job, nah?
No, I mean with the kitchens. I'm no cook, but...
It is kind of you to offer, but I'd rather you spend your time in your quarters. Ask your private job.
Have you worked here for a long time?
I have. I was trained here by the head of the kitchen when I arrived, though it's been many years since then.
Do you enjoy what you do?
It's hard work, but rewarding. The summit has good at taking good care of me while I've been here.
I don't think I'm gonna flirt.
Okay.
Although it was fun to flirt with the doctor guy.
Well, we can get it later, I think.
Can I say it? Did I say... I don't know. That's all for now. That's all the questions I can think of for now. Thank you for your time. You're nuts.
No problem. No problem. If you need me in the future, you know where to find me. And she
sets off in the direction of the kitchen.
She fucking teleports away.
As for yourself, you find your way back to the entrance hall. Oh, there's people. I wish I'd gone to the gardens. Oh well. It looks like the library has woken up while you were exploring. A lot more librarians are hurrying around than before, and a steady stream of visitors pours out from the passage entries or down the stairs towards the dining hall. You figure you should join them. Even though you've eaten not long ago, you could use a meal that is a little heartier. It's busy. Many visitors have already grabbed a bowl of whatever is being served and have seated themselves at the tables.
Tag yourself. I'm this one.
You're that one?
Yeah.
I feel a kinship with this. Oh, this one though.
Okay.
This is a gender.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel I definitely have tucked my hair back that way when reading a book in that position.
Oh, you totally have. It's super cute.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah.
All these character designs are good.
We like the character designs.
Oh wait, it's the same elf guy from earlier, I think.
Is it? No, that's a human.
Oh, okay. He's got the same hair though.
Hmm.
Some are reading as they eat and scribbling away in their notes. Others are engaged in discussions with their peers. There's folk of all kinds, young, old, dressed in rich robes and in simple cloth, quiet and composed, or chatting, laughing amicably. You choose a simple breakfast, tea, fruit, and a hearty bowl of vegetable porridge.
Okay. Find a familiar face. Okay.
You look around for Brit, Menmon, or even Ayas, but you don't see them. The librarians must eat separately because only visitors are seated at the tables. Well, no matter. It's not like you're out of your element here. You've met so many scholars during your profession, there's bound to be someone you recognize. And after scanning the hall a little more thoroughly, you spot an older woman you've seen before at the library in
Morinto.
Morinto. You walk over. Pardon me, Professor. I believe we've met before. Please.
I'm working on it.
You're thinking of the
I'm
voice?
developing the voice. Have we? My apologies. You must remind me of where and when. Please, take a seat.
You set down your meal and sit next to her on the wooden bench. The characters so far do seem really good. If you like these types of games, I will ask my girlfriend which one is her favorite for you guys, as she likes these types of games.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yay! That'd be fun.
Yeah. We've played a game called here. I'll type it in the chat.
We've played Nova Hearts.
Yeah.
And now we're playing. What is this?
It's not like finished yet. It's it's like in beta or whatever. They're still working on it, but it was pretty cute.
It is really cute. You set down your meal and sit next to her on the wooden bench. Oh, that.
You mean this window needs to be in focus?
In the Ashton Library some years ago, I remember your lecture on advanced medicine. The crowd was so big the library struggled to coordinate it all. The scholar chuckles.
I'm flattered you remember me. I don't travel much around. I don't travel around much anymore these days.
Is that so? How come?
You must not have heard. It's no longer safe in Morinto. The UN army has been gathering its forces. Blood has already been shared there and in Dia. Perhaps in other places too. Perhaps in other places by now too. The violence is spreading fast.
I had no idea. I've been staying at the western border near Broken before coming here. That's worrying. You'd hope that the whispers of turmoil were exaggerations, but apparently things are more serious than you'd imagined. You hope it doesn't lead to another slaughter quest like it did 70 years ago, when the Deern were relentlessly persecuted. Neda was successfully taken over by the Empire, but even after all this time, the region struggles with poverty and famine. A repeat would be disastrous. Not many Deern have remained as far as you know. Many have turned to a nomadic life since the wartime. You haven't met any personally, but you've seen them. They're hard not to notice. Their striking tattoos and colorful garbs easily set them apart in the crowd. After you've finished your meal, you leave the dining hall and make your way up the stairs. You suppose you should start your task by going through all the systems currently running in the summit. Maybe it's just one particularly unfortunate anomaly that trips up the rest? Right, as if it'll be that easy, especially after the other keepers have tried the same thing before you. But you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, so basically we're a magical electrician, but it turns out that if you use magic wrong, you get something called core sickness, which we don't fully understand what it is, but it's not good.
My thought process is that core sickness. So our main character has mentioned like being able to use magic from her own core before, right?
Mhm.
So my thought process is that core sickness is probably when you rely too much on the magic in your own core and sort of get a form of magical exhaustion.
Well, I think it was like depleted core also.
Yeah. Like, if you use too much of it, then that will make you sick. Which makes sense. But also, apparently, has been like the unions are so good that no one's really had it in like for fucking ever, except for at this one fucking library.
But they've been like intentionally like keeping it hush hush.
Yeah, which is kind of not a good sign.
Little bit sketchy.
It's a bit sketch, yeah. But they've been keeping it hush hush because they don't want like the general public to know that they're weaker, because then political things might happen, and the library, because the library is like a neutral zone.
Yep.
It's not a PvP zone, but it might become one if people know that the magic's been fucky-wucky.
Yep.
The bigger the library, the more important the keeper's quarters. It's a place where all the magical sequences are gathered, and it serves as the main point all the other systems are connected to and powered through.
So it's like a breaker box. Just flip the breakers, it'll be fine.
Others must have tried that. For a library as big as the Summit, you imagine it will also serve as an archive for all the systems the library has made use of. Ooh. The door clicks
I'll
open.
take narration for a bit. The door clicks open. Once you activate the mural panel next to it with your disc, then you step into a small cluttered room. It's filled with tools, books, maps, scrolls. Ugh. You touch one of the shelves and your fingers come away coated with dust.
How long has it been since someone last came in here? Ooh, something's...
You struggle for a minute with the window panels. It must have been some time since they've been opened. They're so close shut that when you finally do pry them apart, they fly open with such force it makes you stumble a few steps back.
Phew, okay. Let's see what we have here then.
You sort through the various bookcase selections. They're not as unorganized as you feared, and it doesn't take long until you find what you're looking for. Maps with overviews of the systemic magic structures.
Instinctively, your shoulders relax, your eyes tracing the crisscross system maps. This, at the very least, you're familiar with.
Oh, tag yourself.
Pretty.
Tag yourself on this book.
Tag yourself. I'm the symbol, and this when it goes blue.
A secondary tag yourself this cup of coffee.
Secondary tag yourself.
Orb.
Orb.
With the various maps in front of you, you pull the main transmitter towards you, brush off the dust, sneeze, and connect your disc to it. The sneezing is actually very important. Yep. Thank you. Good to see the transmitter is still working. It would have cost you several days to repair it by hand, not to mention that it could have been missing parts. You draw out the symbols in the air. Symbols lighting up briefly on your hands. You push out a few commands to test the network, and it responds obligingly.
Good. Now show me where you're struggling.
Your awareness merges with the magic traveling along the library. You feel the frayed edges of it everywhere.
It's tied up and static, or dormant, or frantically chasing itself in a never-ending spiral, or beginning to crumble because it's straining itself to fulfill the commands it's tied to. You're worried what you'll find once you lay eyes on the actual books, but for now you let yourself travel along the current, nudging and poking here and there to feel out how the systems respond to you. This is how you spend the next few hours, bent over your maps, one hand directing the magic, the other writing down what you find.
The damage is extensive, for one. Though the systems are mostly functional, they struggle to respond to your input. There. The damage is extensive, for one. Though the systems are mostly functional, they struggle to respond once your input is more than the most basic functions they were designed for.
Passage entries, for example, will respond to the core push and pull sequence, but once you ask it to cancel its destination, or to repeat a previous cycle, or to hold its pause at one specific floor until it's been given new commands, it freezes.
And all the while, of course, the magic flow is very weak. You recognize the same fuzziness from before, except now you get a clearer sense of it.
It's brittle to the touch. When you tweak and nudge its meridian lines, it responds, but something crumbles while doing so, or ties itself in a knot.
Sometimes, not some. But yeah, sometimes crumbles while doing so or tells itself in a knot. This is going to take a lot of time.
You exhale, leaning back. You look through your notes, comparing it to the most recent and relevant material you were able to find in the quarters. From what you can see, this is going to be a problem with two sides to it. For one, the system needs repairing.
Systems.
For one, the systems need repairing. You'll need your toolkit for this, and the repair work will have to be done on site where the problems are. And secondly, there might be an issue with the magic generation. Which brings you to another problem. Studies on magic as a source are still in their beginning stages. We know it's there, scholars say. We can feel it, study it, manipulate it. We can train ourselves to put it to use, but why it's there, and how, and since when, we don't know. It's the whole reason the Accords keep magic strictly within the library. It's better to keep it contained and try to understand it than unleashing unknown powers into the larger populace field. So, you're going to have to hit the books. The saving grace of it is that Summit will have the most extensive collection of magic on it, of knowledge on it. You stretch, wincing, and stiffness in your shoulders. Jesus, I actually did need to stretch. Hold on. Bro, stretch.
How about I just stretch you?
What? You're gonna stretch me?
Mm-hmm.
How are you gonna stretch me? Stand up?
No, stay
No, stay still? Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, extend your arms a little bit. No, sideways. Up. No, middle.
massage stream.
Massage stream, sure. Okay.
No, that's not what that says. It's stretching, not massaging.
Yeah, but I do need to put my hands here so I can feel what your muscles are doing. Okay. Yep. And then small circles while turning your head. Like around. There you go.
Okay,
I think that probably helps.
that's enough. Maybe you should take a drink and stretch your legs. You've passed some of the lecture halls before. You might find something interesting. Go to the gardens! And after hearing about the rising tension earlier during breakfast, you're curious what other scholars have to say or what news they bring with them. Lecture hall! You make it after the passage entry refuses to bring you any further than the second floor, and you have to use the stairs the last part of the way. But when you arrive, the lecture halls are empty. Guess you should come back some other time. Just as you turn around to leave, a soft melody beckons you. Curious, you walk in further and look around, and find Barut humming to herself while she's cleaning up several scattered books on the table.
Aw.
She must have caught you standing in the doorway in the corner of her eye, though, because her gaze snaps up at you, and her singing abruptly stops. Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry for startling you. Not at all. Can I help you? I guess I'm too early for a lecture. Or too late? You gesture to the empty room. Ah, you were hoping to hear someone speak. If you go downstairs and request a schedule, they'll show you how to link it to your desk. Have you been able to find everything you need so far? I hope it's not too overwhelming. I told Elias to check up on you often.
Fat chance.
Ha! That guy hates us.
I think he just like doesn't like Scott like librarians in general.
While Britt speaks to you, she continues collecting the books, stacking them in a neat pile. Oh, no, I'm fine. Thank you for taking such good care of me. I've been spending time in Keeper's quarters, trying to get a grasp of the situation. Actually, would you mind if I asked you some questions about the Wayward Magic? I'd be happy to, but... She holds up the books in her hands. I need to get going and put these away.
Can't someone else do that for you?
It'd be nice if there were more hands available, but we're doing what we can with the numbers we have.
But like, why is the numbers so low? Like, who's leaving?
Why are you so understaffed?
Yeah, come on.
Is it because of your poor hiring practices? Is it because you're not following the union guidelines?
Is it because people hate stairs? Like, come on, wizards who have to take stairs? It's not happening. I guess they don't really have wizards. Like, they don't call them wizards in this
Well, I
world.
mean, also, you're in the middle of the goddamn desert.
Yeah, but people don't mind that part. People are like, literally come from all over to...
Right. Don't worry, I'm not too good to be putting away books.
But you didn't answer the fucking question.
See, I didn't know it had gotten so bad. Do you know how this happened? They need to start a union. Yeah, for sure. Understaffed, poorly managed. Keeper's getting core sickness. What is this?
Like, what's... Most of which are out of our control. Just tell me one of them!
Various reasons, most of which are out of our control. The goings-on with Ned there aren't helping either. How about I accompany you then? I'll ask my questions while we walk. Alright. Ready! The two of you leave the lecture hall, Britt taking the lead.
Hang yourself on the blurry books.
Which ones?
In the far... Over here. Like, these books right here.
I'm debating between if I'm this lamp or this book that has a nice texture on it.
That's a good question. I think you're that lamp.
You think I'm that lamp?
Mm-hmm.
The two of you leave the lecture hall, Britt taking the lead. She seems to know exactly where each book needs to go.
That's why they call her a librarian.
So when did all this madness start? I recall Amarisha working on it 2 years ago, but it wasn't as bad back then. A fluctuation, she called it, I believe. No real big things that make the rest of us stop and wonder, at least. And, well, she probably kept pushing herself much farther than would have been wise. She took great pride in her work.
Bottom one.
I see someone else feels that way too. You meant it as a compliment, but Britt gives you a strange smile. Of course. Upholding the summit is a job to be proud of. Unionize, 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 unionize. Unionize! You're not getting sleep. Ask for how much are you getting paid, madam?
Well, I think it's just like... I think it's not even necessarily the Summit's fault. I think it's basically just like their best people are needed elsewhere or something.
Feels sus.
Sus.
This is... Okay. I've seen this happen to my mom. This is a classic case... It's happened to me too. This is a classic case of a workplace not working because, it's not that the people are being overworked because the place isn't working, it's that the place isn't working because the people are being overworked.
Yeah, but the question is, what's, who's... I don't think it's anyone's at the library's fault. I think it's the library's in this kind of awkward position because of the geopolitics that surround it. I think they're probably doing their best.
but they
Like, it doesn't, like, because none of the people who are overworked seem to have any specific person they want to blame, right?
That's true, but I think they would do a better job if they let themselves take a break.
They would, probably. But who's
Imigar says it sounds like my job, lol. Imigar, ask for less hours or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the reason I stream so much is because I don't work very many hours at my job.
I asked for a few less hours at my job because I had apparently been being worked 38 hours a week, and I had no time or energy to do any fucking thing else. And then I asked for less hours. Now I'm working like somewhere between 34 and 36 hours a week, and I have way more energy, and I can do art every day now.
Or this.
Or this. It's important to stand up for yourself. And then you can do a better job. I work unpaid often just to keep my head above the water.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that.
Unpaid work? Bruh,
Not ideal.
not a good idea.
I'm sure Imigar's situation is. I'm not gonna like.
I'm not gonna judge. Okay, I'm not gonna judge.
I'm not gonna say like, oh, like I don't know the situation.
I don't know the situation, yeah. I mean, I worked an unpaid internship once, and I actually did some really good work there. But that was like straight out of college, and I was living with my parents.
Yeah, and I mean, I just don't like. I'm not gonna do significant amounts of work unless it's for something like this that I just like doing unpaid.
Yeah, if I'm doing unpaid work, it's gonna be for me, not anyone else.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to our fake job badge and not worry too much about a real job badge for the moment.
In any case, she was too sick to work anymore, and she was off much worse than anyone had realized. Akutai Sem stepped in, the Accords got involved, and Marisha was shipped off. Shipped off? A shadow takes hold of Bert's expression. None of us have heard of her since.
She got turned into an immortal dragon.
And in the meantime, others have come and gone. It's not gone well, right? And when the Accords get involved, everything becomes so much more complicated. Here's the boss that we're complaining about now. The Accords. The Accords need to learn to respect their damn unions. Britt sighs, shaking her head.
Shaking my head.
I'm not a fan of the Accords either. Oh no, please don't misunderstand. I'm grateful for everything they do. The Accords know best. Unionize, 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 unionize.
I feel like it shouldn't give you the hearts. You should have to find them.
Is there a particular reason you don't like them much?
Sour time. Sour.
Okay, I'm gonna refer to the codex. I like our doodles.
Oh, she's only in her 30s. What the hell?
She's in her 30s? Thought she was like in her 60s.
Wait, actually.
Girl needs sleep. I'm scanning this for any information on the Accord so I can give an informed reply.
I don't think we have enough information. Wait, what happens when we click? Beep, beep, beep. What happens when we click little doodles?
Nothing happens.
Aw. Just let me cook, bruh.
They were very strict during my training.
Okay, sure.
Bird smiles ruefully. They like their rules, that's for certain. My education was different than yours, of course, but I can empathize. Bending down, Britt neatly pops another book back into its place among the shelves. Alright, almost done. Now for the last part, we head up some stairs.
She looks like she's about to pass out.
Are you okay? Just got up a little fast. I'm fine. Drink some water! Drink some water and take a fucking nap!
Take a water nap. No, that's a bad idea.
Take a water nap. Take a bath. That's a water nap, right?
I don't. You shouldn't fall asleep while in water. That's my hot take. Especially me. I'm very scrawny, so I'm not buoyant.
A bath isn't gonna be deep enough. I mean, I don't know. I've drifted off in the bath.
It's generally not the greatest idea.
I've drowned before. It's fine.
No, it's not.
Not in the bath. This was like when I was 6.
I know. You've told me the story. I don't think it's fine to drown.
I know what it's like. It's not that. I mean, I don't want to die.
Okay. I'm gonna say it right now. Yeah, and you can quote me on this. This stream does not endorse drowning. We are anti-drowning stream. And I don't care what our special guests say. This is an anti.
Anyway, Barrett, take care.
I'll try not to drown then. Thank you, Imigar.
Is she though? Is she fine? You look a little pale. Are you sure you're alright? Time to take her to the doctor! That we have an awkward relationship with because we flirted with earlier. You quickly grab her by the shoulder, which she slays from her feet. As she does, some of the books she was holding spill to the floor with dull thuds. Stars, I'm so sorry, I just need a moment. Looks like you need a little more than that.
2 moments.
It was a weak laugh when hand pressed to her forehead. I just didn't sleep well last night. Nothing to worry about. Something to worry about, madam!
I fainted at a library once, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta take you to the doctor." I don't even know why. I just like fainted, and then we gotta my school was like, "We gotta take you to the doctor, make sure you're not you don't have any blood problems or whatever." It seems like this is like a regular basis for her.
That.
Maybe you should see heal. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's quite alright. Seeing a healer isn't necessary. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can go get Lucia Sem right now if you'd like. You're very kind to worry about me. How about give me a moment to rest here? If I don't feel any better after that, I'll go see Lucius. Alright, then. At the very least, let me get you some water. You really don't look so good. You guide her to an armchair at a window, and though Barrett weakly protests you don't need to fetch her anything, she obediently sits down. I'll be right back. You hurry off to get some water from a nearby washroom and return to find Barrett.
Fucking zonks. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. This is my favorite CG of the story so far. Easily.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is really cute. Her face, though still tired, looks much more peaceful like this. You smile to herself. Clearly, she just needed more than.
She needed more than just a
more than
moment.
just a moment of rest. Well, you're not about to interrupt it. You've got a bucket of water, not a cup. You quietly set down the glass of water. As you do so,
You eye the books that still need to be returned to their original slot. You pull out a pen and a scrap of paper and leave a note in the flap for her to find when she wakes up.
Just hope there's...
You pick up the remaining books and, after checking what section they belong to, head up to the first floor of language and ancient literature. Though you're familiar with a variety of sorting and sorting systems, you're nowhere near as practiced as Brit is. It takes you a little while to find where everything needs to go. While your eyes trail over the endless sea of spines and scroll cases, something unusual catches your eye.
A book?
There's a few scrolls in Durin here, the language of Nedha.
Nydia.
Nydia. You think back to the tense conversations you witnessed earlier today. You're not sure what moves you to take them with you. Curiosity, worry, fear. Or maybe it's the fact that they're so rare that makes your heart beat a little faster. Most of these scrolls were destroyed during the war efforts long ago, and those that remained were hunted down by the current emperor.
Damn.
There was like a genuine attempt at genocide here in this world's history, wasn't there?
There sure was.
Who knows what they'll tell you?
You should at least copy them as well.
Yes! Maintenance of information.
Yep. Apparently we can read that language as well.
Not very well, but yeah.
No, that's a different language we couldn't speak. Whatever.
Oh, okay, whatever. You quickly finish up putting the books away. As the final one is slipped back into where it belongs, your eyes linger on the shelves.
The lore.
The lore!
Yeah. One thing I really like about this game is that... I'm gonna fucking... Give me the fucking... What's it called? I gotta explain with picture. Okay, so this is our... Okay. Okay, whatever. So... I gotta find my drawing tablet, Give me a sec. Where's my dang pen?
Where is your pen?
I don't know, I usually put it just like back on the desk.
Is it here?
That's it, yeah. So yeah, a lot of stories. I need to change the pen.
And you also need to get on a layer that's like actually on. There you go.
Yeah, so a lot of stories, like it's sort of there's the story, right? It's not a very good error. There's the story, right? There's the story. And then the outside is kind of empty. But here it feels like here's the story, but here's the world. There's just like every time the game tries to tell you something, it implies a much larger world that you just don't have the perspective to see. I really like that. It's so rare. It feels like you're in this living, breathing world, where the news isn't just like, you know, if you watch pretty much any TV show, and there's like news, right, and you're sitting on the couch.
This is where it's streamed now.
Right, and there's something on the news. The news is going to be like directly relevant to like the next couple scenes, and this one it's just like, oh yeah, the emperor's doing shit over there, but I have to fix the the electrical system at this library. I don't know. I don't know exactly how to explain this. It's having just, as she said, having just explained this. I just really like it. Anyway, let's turn this back. Oh yeah, and also gaming croissant.
Gaming croissant. This was a thing that Rose insisted on.
I think it's a good gag. I think it's a good gag.
It was gonna be a game controller, but then Rose was like, no.
Well, no, because I saw you trying to draw a game controller, and I was like, you're cooked. You just gotta do something else. Because you're okay. So many people when they draw game controllers don't know what the fuck they're doing and just draw a mess, including you.
I was gonna mimic the Switch layout, but on a regular gaming controller.
Exactly. See what I mean? Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, and so it's like, nope, that's a croissant. because it looked like you were drawing a croissant anyway. So I thought it was like, I'd also like it also like you're playing. It's also sort of a gag that like you're gaming, but you're gaming on a croissant, which implies that you're not quite gamer ready. And like you play video games. We're playing a video game right now, but you only barely describe yourself as a gamer.
Okay, so I'm not a gamer, but that's for my own health and sanity. The last time I was a gamer, it was with Breath of the Wild, like with Tears of the Kingdom. You just like showed it to me and then didn't see me for 2 weeks.
Yeah, because she was just like playing it all the time. It was like her full-time job. It was wild.
It was not good. I don't have the time to be a gamer, okay? There's a reason, like, my hobby is art. I mean, not my hobby, it's also my job.
Your jobby.
It's my jobby and my hobby and my, yeah. 300 hours on Breath of the Wild, I believe.
Yep, doesn't surprise me. I watched too many speedruns, so my first thing was like, I'm gonna go beat Ganon, and then I ran into arrows, and I was like, well, I don't have to go find more arrows. And I just like kind of wandered around aimlessly for a little bit. I should play more of it. It's a good game.
Thankfully, only 90 or so on Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
I blame the amount of time I spent on Tears of the Kingdom on A, cool outfits, B, crafting system, and C, to a lesser extent, fun characters.
It's really funny because like when I first started playing, I'm better at video games in general than her, because I played Counter-Strike for 5 years, on and off. Counter-Strike teaches you to be a gamer. And so like when we first started out, she had trouble with anything, I'd just like do it for her. And then like after her like 2-week training seminar, I would try to help her, and she'd just be like, "No, I got this," which is really fun. But yeah, like the joke is that you're using something controller shaped, but that's not actually a controller. As first of all, because it's a fun visual gag, but second of all, because it's like you're not a gamer, but you're also not a gamer,
Yeah, exactly.
And so like it's sort of like if you goof it, then it's just like, yeah, you were gaming on a croissant. That one hat, which hat? I need to look this up.
My girlfriend wanted that one hat so bad in Tears of the Kingdom. Which hat? I mean, I still haven't found that one backless dress that Link gets to wear, but like which hat?
We need to know.
We need to know the hat. Hat lore.
Hat lore.
Is it the mushroom hat?
Well, I'm gonna.
Because I was honestly kind of disappointed by the mushroom hat. Like, we kept seeing the mushroom hats that all the NPCs were wearing, and it looked so cute. For the femboy Link? That doesn't narrow it down.
Hat.
Yes, the mushroom hat.
This one?
Yeah, the mushroom hat. I was honestly disappointed in it.
Oh yeah, I think you
It's a
did find it,
cute
didn't you?
hat, but your hair has to be pink when you're wearing it. And like you don't get to dye it because like that's a crime against fashion apparently. And also it doesn't really go with very many other outfits in the game because it doesn't have its own outfit. And also like you don't. Yes, that's the dress that I wanted.
So what is this then? Femboy Link. Someone cosplayed? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Link's awakening. Link's gender awakening? My girlfriend was disappointed by that as well. Yeah, I wanted a cute mushroom hat, and instead I got, like, high fashion pretentiousness.
What the fuck does that mean? Link's awakening. Anyway, video games.
Oh, let me go back. You quickly put okay. We ended up with Frostar Rivalry for the other piece of armor. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You quickly finish up putting the books away, as the final one is slipped back into her closet, your eyes linger on the shelves. It'd be a nice change of pace to read something that's not about magic. And this floor is a treasure trove filled with books on a variety of languages. Their eye lands on the book in... Which one was the one that got genocided again?
None of these.
None of these?
No, we already got those books. These are other books. So Atun is the one what was his face? Cameron spoke.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
about.
was a language that we wanted to brush up on.
Okay, let's do that one. 'Cause side quest.
Sure. Okay. Maybe I'll be able to write Cameron in his native language if you just dedicate some time to these books. He did tell you how to reach him after all. The title that catches your eye is called...
Ooh. I want the lower one.
Alright. Aside from studying the language, it'll give you a bit more of an in-depth understanding of Cameron's people. Once you're armed with a dictionary to refer to when the fusional morphemes get too complex, you're satisfied with your pick. You find the coziest.
What?
That's not how you spell coziest. There's supposed to be a Z in there. But okay. You find the coziest.
Maybe it's a British thing.
You find the coziest rookie lounge.
No.
A quiet corner and settle with your book of choice.
Wait. Kosiets. You can't get the second S. Kosiets. Kosiets. And now I'm just pronouncing it in Japanese.
The roaming folk, despite its dry, scholarly tone, is a well-rounded insight of the Atulni and their practices. The scholar who wrote this traveled alongside a group of Otuni for over 2 years, recording everything they witnessed along their journey.
That's kind of cool.
They compiled research finds that the Altuni have adapted so well to their life in the desert, they move on the sand like they are part of it.
Like the guys from Breath of the Wild. The dolphin-looking guys.
I'm from the UK and don't
They do spell they have been spelling like color with the U though, so like we're slightly making fun of them for being British. But yeah, no, there's no way that's their correct spelling. There's also a typo in like the cutscene for some reason.
Yeah.
Like this game is like not typo free. It's fine though. It's fine.
What was that sound? I just clicked on it.
What? You clicked on what?
I just clicked here.
Okay, I don't know.
Alright. You read in peace for a while, and the hours pass by. It's quiet somewhere. The only other sounds are the soft murmur of scholars and librarians, pages being turned, distant meals of cats. There's library cats?
Library cats. Cats?
Cats?
You look around. Or are they? Did they cause the magic sickness? The magic? It's nothing. Are the books cats?
After a moment of deliberation, you snap your books shut and slowly walk along the bookcases. You didn't see any around before. I mess with a lot with working. So I mess up a lot with working with so many things online being written in American English. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like there's like not that many differences. I guess there's like a couple that I know. So like, my mom lived in London for a bit, and she didn't know what flatting was, which is just like splitting an apartment, I think. And then like aluminum versus aluminium, you know, it's not like, you know, it's not going to kill you if you use the wrong one. That's been my experience. I haven't actually been to the UK. But I think, as far as I'm aware, having like read some books written by British authors and that sort of thing. Actually, I did go to I lived in Mexico, but I went to a British school for 2 years, and you know we could all understand each other. It was fine. Think about that one. What was the Phoenix Wright meme, where the Americans learned that Australians call peppers capsaicins, and salad can refer to the veggies you put on a sandwich.
Okay.
Like usually when we say salad, it's like a dish, right? You salad is the whole thing, but a salad is just any mix of veggies that you put, and so it can be salad on a sandwich. I don't know. There's a bunch of minor things, but in my experience, this hasn't been a huge obstacle.
The sound beckons you out of the large common realm along a corridor, and there, on a square with the sunlight spilling in, you find not only a bunch of cats playing and begging prescriptions, but someone you hadn't expected to run into. Ayas.
Show me
This
pictures.
makes so much fucking sense.
Show me pictures of kitties.
Yeah!
Wait, is there a way to like make the thing I want to make the text go away. How do I don't think
Okay, whatever.
there might just not be a...
I'm gonna make a save file of this. Still not. Wait. You voiced this guy.
Wait. I'm still not satisfied, are you? You need so many sketches. Look at this little guy. Ah, yes. You're momentarily stunned into silence.
If anything, you're most taken aback by Ayas' relaxed, beautiful smile. He seems familiar with all the cats, dressing and petting them in turns.
Oh, and that cat here, actually. We already saved, but I'll save again. Main menu.
What?
Let me cook.
Well, you cook. Okay.
Okay, no,
Okay.
it's a different looking cat. I thought it was this cat, but this cat's more has black spots, and the other cat doesn't.
Anyway, I want enemies to lovers this guy.
Grumpy coworker to love her more.
If anything, you're most taken aback by Ayas' relaxed, beautiful smile. He seems familiar with all the cats, dressing and petting them in turns. He must have caught you out the corner of his eye, however, because his head suddenly whips around to face you. He's just like,
Whoa!
oh! Sorry, you just... Ayas quickly gets up, claiming to be unaffected by your presence. Oh, you were...
How long? Since when were you standing there?
Are these your cats?
Of course not. They're the summits, or rather, they chose the summit as their home.
I see. Do I...
I don't think we want to call him cute.
Okay, but what if he blushes? Actually, no. Don't let me interrupt you.
I wasn't. I do want to do that. I wasn't doing anything, Baka. But it's like
Do it.
no, that's not Ayas' voice. I wasn't doing anything.
Uh-huh. It's nice to see you're capable of smiling. These guys are your buddies, huh?
Well, they're pretty friendly. The spotted one is Arminius. The ginger kitty's Nickel. This black one's called. Ayas introduces you to the cat.
Ayas introduces you to the cats. They blink back. Oh,
It's our cat.
where is our cat?
I don't think she's in the room with us. She's chilling.
Magdalene is chilling elsewhere.
She could be in the closet, but I don't, you know.
If she's in her closet, then she wants to stay in her room.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
But
There was a little kitty noise. You crouch down to the cat's eye level. Two of them immediately trot over to you, drawn by their curiosity. Cats are pretty much at the top of the hierarchy of May's triangle.
yeah.
It's when one of them rubs against your leg.
Oh my gosh.
Can I pet them? Is that alright?
Sure. You just be gentle.
The small snout immediately sniffs it, and then Nickel headbutts their head against your hand.
Oh my gosh, it's got kitties. It's got kitties.
Smile and scratch between the kitty's ears. Soon you're surrounded by more, all coming to
Oh.
for either a quick greet and sniff or cuddle.
Oh.
This is the best job you've ever been in by far. Kitty, kitty, kitty. They're very friendly. Must be his taught people in the summit. You turn back to Ias as you say this. At this point, you spot the tomes in his hands. Hmm? Are those records from the Accords? To your surprise, Ias stiffens and grips the book a little tighter.
These? Yes. Wait a minute. I need to find the voice. These? Yes, they're records.
Strange. I wouldn't expect administrative records to be kept outside of the Accords main quarters. I wonder how they ended up here.
Maybe they were misplaced.
Maybe. Can I see them? I might know more.
They're classified for librarian eyes only.
Okay. And I'm a keeper. So I should be able to see those too, right? Ias's body language screams discomfort. His shoulders are drawn up tense, his cheeks have a light flush, and he's looking everywhere other than you. Just as you're about to tell him he's acting real suspicious, he sighs.
Fine. Help yourself.
He holds the book out to you. You take them, thumb rubbing over the familiar insignia of the Accords branded on the spines. You briefly flip through some of them. As you suspected, they're records dating from 7 years ago. These particular ones are from the Vermilion branch, listing a budget for tools and equipment. You don't recognize the name.
Wait. So Vermilion is the town that Nova Hearts takes place in? So I'm deciding these two are connected.
That would explain some things. Although, wait, Vermilion has electricity. Very, very...
Yeah, it's an alternate universe thing.
Okay.
What?
Sure.
Why do you think they don't have magic? The summit needs all of it. I don't know. Like, what do you? It didn't actually explain how they got the magical girl powers, so I'm choosing to believe. Okay, it doesn't actually make sense, does it?
Fun at you. They should definitely be in the Accords quarters. I can only wonder how they ended up here. Speaking of which, what were you doing with these?
Nothing. I mean, really, nothing. I found it by chance. I thought they were interesting. That's all there is to it. It's a personal interest.
You're telling me these dry admin records are your bedtime stories?
Right. Just as your sinister magic crafts are yours.
Sinister! Stars, is that why you've been so rude to me? Because you think Keeper's magic is evil?
Don't act so innocent. I know that whatever it is you were don't act so innocent.
You're making the night spike a lot.
Yeah. Don't act so innocent. I know that whatever you lot are doing, it's not all above board.
What do you mean? A beat passes. Ias is looking at you. Really looking at you. Probably for the first time. You're not sure he finds whatever he's searching the place for, because he takes a step back and turns away from you.
Just that the Accords aren't what they want you to think that they are.
What does that mean? And on whose authority are you making those claims?
Vibes. You've never been taught how to think for yourself? Have you? You just do as others say. Must be nice to have so much room in that head of yours. Damn!
Fuck up.
That's so... I like Ias.
Ice is cool.
Yeah.
A hot rush of anger sparks through you. There's a vague awareness that Ias is trying to distract you, but gosh damn it, it's working. That's not...
Not true? Yes, I'm sure they make you feel very special. That way, they can distract you from thinking about what you really are. Nothing more than a speck of dust without meaning or consequence. Cry.
I want to start back.
Cry!
I want to start back.
I want us to cry.
You know that is in character.
Hmm.
Really want to start back.
I can't stop you.
Okay, coin flip. Do we have a coin to flip?
Oop.
Heads means we smart back. Tails means that we cry about it.
Fine.
At least I don't use whatever small amount of brains you think I have to degrade others. Is that all you can do? Be a prick? That's not what I thought we'd start back about, but I'm glad we started.
Okay, sure.
I suppose you'd have to make up for your lack of
Wow.
What the fuck? You're just a coward, hiding behind empty insults so people won't see what you really are. A miserable little man.
He's like a foot taller than us.
Ias flushes an even brighter red with anger.
You can call me whatever you like. Pity you. Strung along like a dog wagging its tail while the master sharpens the knife. Pathetic.
The rage inside your chest has been building steadily, and you realize you need to step away from this before you say or do something you'll really regret. Biting back a retort, you spit on your heel and hurry off with the record in your arms. Ias's words are still spinning in your head, and it takes you a while to calm down completely. I don't think he's wrong, though.
No. And we also said that we didn't like the Accords in that other scene, so like...
We don't like the Accords, yeah. For a while, you make a good effort at taking your mind off things by reading some more of the book you picked earlier. But as the hours pass until you make for bed, you can't help but look at the pile of records you took from Ias every now and then. There's no excuse for his behavior, of course, but the way he spoke to you about magic, about the Accords, he seemed so sure. What he said was nonsense, but the look in his eyes didn't make it feel that way. You wish you knew what he was trying to find in those records.
Okay, well, it's pretty fucking obvious. The Accords deal with magic. And the issues at the library started happening an unknown amount of time ago, at least 2 years. So, if we follow the... What is it? The anti-Dostoevsky idea. Law of conservation of plot. He was looking for or found something in those books related to the issues of the magic. Actually, I kind of want to leave off around here.
Okay.
We'll come back at some point next week.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. There we go. Okay, we are going to end the stream. Any last words, mate?
Love you guys.
Yeah. Thanks everyone who came.
And we'll see you next time. This is fun.
This time tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. EST. Don't know what that is UK time off the top of my head. And we're going to be playing... how do I get... Oh, gosh. We are going to be playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. Oh, come on, get out of my way, Steam. We're going to be playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. All right, yeah. Thanks everyone who came. Have a great rest of your whatever it is. A happy time zone. I don't know. Whatever.
Happy time zone.
Happy time zone. Our life. Okay, we'll have to
Okay.
check that one out. I'll just drop that on my Steam wish list right now if it's on Steam. I have so many games on my wish list. I have oh my god, games on my wish list. Our life.
There's a lot of Our Life. Click on Our Life bundle.
Our life bundle. Okay.
That's probably. Can we wish list that a bundle?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, 11 EST. I wish I knew what that was off the top of my head in UK time, but I don't. So wait. I guess we start Step 1 expansion. Oh, is the first volume free or something?
That's like. Sure. Wish list. That.
Let me just check the reviews, make sure it's the first one.
I'm taking headphones off.
Okay. I can just add this to my library, so. Okay. We'll probably play this on stream at some point.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Have a great rest of your day, Imgar, and anyone else who's lurking. All right, we will see you around soon. I'm gonna press the stop streaming button in 3, 2, 1.